Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside, inside.
Hello, happy
Bring
Monday.
in hope and make you feel alright.
Another day already on inside.
Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, inside, yeah. Inside, inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside,
Blessing, oh, I see you.
inside, yeah. Inside,
Hello, hello, hello.
inside.
Happy Monday to you.
Bringing hope
I hope
and
you are
make you
good.
feel alright.
Another day the Lord has made.
Rainbow,
Indeed, I am gonna rejoice and be glad in it. Queen B, I see you. You are welcome. Please help share this live as you're joining in. Let's share with other people. Thank you for the like me. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the likes, rather.
Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love.
Some people are looking for a battle or a match or something. No, we're not doing that here today. I see you, vibes. Good evening to you. Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome. Pastor Liago. Wow, longest time. Should I say Happy New Year? I don't know. Panda, I see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're going to stay. Oh, wow. Thank you, Panda. Happy New Year indeed. I hope you're good. I'm good. I thank God. This is the day the Lord has made. Indeed, I am rejoicing in it and I'm glad in it. Thank you so much. I hope you are good at your end as well. I just thank God we're gradually phasing out the cold here in the UK. Thank you so much, Pastor, for the happening. Thank you. Please help share this live. You know, the fastest way is click down on your screen and hold it for like 3 seconds. And then you see some names pop up. Just keep send to all of them. You are blessed indeed. Hey, thank God. So are we all. Quite an interesting topic we want to talk about today. I think this topic is maybe fading away on the surface of the earth. Let's talk about it. Because this is one of the core key things that bonds human beings together. And if it's fading away, then there's gonna be problems. Cash Money, I see you. Thank you for liking the live, Pastor. God bless you. Cash Money, Reco, you're welcome. Please help share this live to your friends, to your loved ones. Let them be part of Insight today. Pastor, you missed on Thursday. Thursday Insight was 1. That's why I still left the balloons. We're still in that space of celebration here on Insight. Insight was 1 on Thursday. Thank God. I see you. Jimmy C, thank you for joining us. I hope you are good. You're welcome. Shine to the whole world. I know, to God be all the glory. God has been good. I see you, Lionel. Thanks for joining us. I can't believe it as well. It just took me way back. Trying to remember when I was doing the advert. Join me on Thursday, April. Now this is April, 1 year on. Thursdays and Mondays we come here on Insight, and a whole year is gone. Indeed, all praises to God Almighty for the grace, the strength, for the times I felt like, oh, I'm tired and all, but I just remembered somebody out there, it's needing to hear this talk, make amends, to live a better life. I'm like, God, give me the grace, give me the strength. And here we are. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to be starting off with my talk shortly. Just waiting for more people to join us. Thank you wherever you're joining from. I hope your day has been good. Your week has started off beautifully well, I hope. Even if you're at work, well done. Don't worry, nearly there. Or if you're just starting, well, I wish you the best of the day's work. Mommy JJ, I see you. Clarence, thank you so much for joining. Wow, welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. Today, the day the Lord has made. I can't stop saying that. Indeed, we ought to rejoice and be glad in it. It's been a wonderful year so far, so good. It's been amazing, meeting people from all over the world here on TikTok. As you can see, the number of people I'm following, I don't even know 1/10 of them, but thank God for his faithfulness. At least we're making impact in our own little way, and God has been good. God has been my source, really. Cadilo, thank you so much for joining. Please help share this live. Let others be part of our talk today. It's a good topic, but sometimes you find out, our world is lacking more of kindness. Kindness. Are you a kind person? Can I approach you as a kind person? Or maybe 1 or 2 life experiences have kind of dealt with you and you're feeling, I'm not going to be kind to anyone. No one has been kind to me, so I'm going to start retaliating. No more kindness. I'm just going to be mean to people because they take you for granted when you're being kind, when you're being nice to them and all of that. But really, let's take a look at this topic, kindness. I know once upon a time, even strangers, they're the ones that show more of kindness to people. But I found out these days, kindness, strangers, those two does not mix anymore. Or perhaps it's still mixing, but not as much as before. Who knows? Let's talk about kindness, how it affects us as human beings. Today on Monday, we talk about individual talks or topics that affect you and I, whether we're lacking in it, whether we need to do more of it, whether we're missing some of it, or whatever way. Olumiwan, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're good. It's been a while. You missed Thursday. Thursday was our 1st year anniversary on Insight. I was hoping to see a lot of people. I know, sake. Why now? I'm sure I must have sent invites to you. It was our 1 year anniversary on Thursday on Insight. And I'm just, telling Pastor Eliago that God has been good. God has been faithful. Those days, I know, yeah. I can't believe it. So whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all of your might, your strength, and all of you. And see how far God will take you. I mean, imagine if you had a baby and the baby's 1 year old now, they probably will be walking, eating on their own, running about, falling, standing, and all of that. Yeah, that's where Insight is at the moment. But we thank God there has not been any falling by the grace of God. 1 year so far, so good. I give God all the praise. It has been laughing times, there's been moments of tears, there's been moments of true talk, always moments of true talk here on Insight. And I'm indeed grateful to God to the number of people that I've met on TikTok as well. Good people, people who are kind. We're talking about kindness today. People who take time. Oh, thank you so much, Sake. Thank you so much for that. God bless you. People from all walks of life, people that sometimes, when we argue those topics, it's like, no, I don't agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. All sorts, the good times, the not so good times here on Inside. Times are finished, I'll be like close to tears. Some people come share their experiences. Some would, say certain things, and I'm like, God, I thank you for this obedience of mine, because people have been liberated, really. Received calls from people, some a bit of depression, some a bit tired of life and all of that. I'm grateful that I was able to impact their journey positively as well. So really, thank you all so much. Thank you for liking the live already. Please help share to your friends as I go into the talk today. Oh, thank you, Olumi. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So let's look at kindness. Is our world missing kindness? Or is, everywhere there's just kind people all about? I'm not too sure about that. But I mean, there's still a handful of people still showing kindness. I want to believe so. If not, let's talk about this today. When was the last time you were kind to anyone, really? These are questions we need to reflect on. And like I said earlier, some people, life experiences, trauma, situation has made them to say, you know what? I'm not going to be kind to anyone. Is it worth it? I always show kindness and I get hatred back, or I get this back, and all they complain and they're like, no more kindness. I'm just going to be mean. Are you that person? The Lord has sent me to you to change your mind today, because there's a whole lot to kindness. I'm going to be unpacking, and let us self-reflect about these things. Even I am self-reflecting about it. Mila, where were you on Thursday? It was a 1-year anniversary on Thursday. I can't remember whether I saw you pass by or, but all the same, I hope you're good. Thanks for joining us today. So I'll go into it, and talking about kindness, you can say it's the quiet power that changes everything. So kindness, or act of kindness, is a very, very powerful thing. It's a powerful act that can change everything, really. So let's dive into it today on Insight. And please take note, because you're coming on to share. I was under the comment section. Oh, why? I would have brought you up if I'd seen you there. I think I saw you. I can't remember. Or we tried bringing you up. I don't know. But all the same, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time with us. So far, so good on Inside. Yes, good evening to you as well, Mila. God bless you. Thanks for joining in today. So kindness is one of the most powerful but underrated virtues in our world today. In a fast-paced, often self-centered culture where competition is fierce and emotions are running high, kindness can seem weak or unnecessary. But in reality, kindness is strength, really. It heals, it connects people, it can uplift people, and it transforms lives, really, both for the giver and the receiver of kindness. Thank you so much, Mila. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you, sis, for tapping in already. And guess what? Last Thursday, an anniversary gift from all of you to me. We liked, and we took it to 101,000 likes. I could not believe it. It was a gift as far as I was concerned. But thank you so much, everyone, really. So in our talk today, we're going to be looking at what kindness truly means, why it's essential, the different forms it takes, how to practice it intentionally, and the long-term impact it can have in our personal lives, in our relationship lives, and the society at large. So this topic is important as well. Humanity needs it. We cannot stop it. Whether people are showing it to us or not, we cannot afford not to show it, because if you stop and I stop, then who's kind to who? What kind of a world are we going to be living in? Food for thought. So what is kindness? Let's break it down some more. Kindness is a deliberate choice to treat others with compassion, with respect, with patience and generosity. Meaning, sometimes you really have to go out of your way to do these things, the way you treat other people. Sometimes it can be sacrificial, sometimes it can be inconvenient, but you just have to show kindness, and it's a deliberate choice, a thing to do for other people. So it's more than just being nice, quote unquote. It's a heart posture that seeks the good of others without expecting anything in return. Because the truth is, whoever's going to show you kindness, or whoever you've shown kindness to, might not necessarily be the one to show kindness back to you. And it's like a cycle, of kindness. You show to this person, they show to another person, they show to another person, and then it comes back to you through somebody else. So if I were you, I wouldn't do eye for an eye. Somebody has been mean to me, so I'm not going to be kind to them and all of that. Really, where does that leave our world today? So kindness, it can be a smile to a stranger, a listening ear to a friend. That is act of kindness, because these days often everybody's so engrossed in their world, in their lives, in their business, and taking time out for somebody else or to do something nice for somebody else is like, oh, please. But then we still have to do it. So kindness can be a word of encouragement. I want to believe what I'm doing here is an act of kindness. And what you're also doing back, by joining in, tapping, liking, gifting, sharing, all of that is also an act of kindness if we really look at it. And again, forgiveness when it's hard, it's an act of kindness, because you can choose not to forgive. You can choose not to be kind and forgive whoever has wronged you. Again, helping someone in need is also an act of kindness. Choosing not to retaliate when wronged is an act of kindness, because it might touch that person in a very deep way and not necessarily back to you. They will show kindness to somebody else because of the hearted nature you've expressed to them as well. Juliet Cook, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Please help share this live. Dasa, I want to believe that is you. Welcome. Please help share this topic. Let me put it down here so we can see it clearly. Let's share to other people. So kindness is not weakness, in case you have that impression, or in case you feel you've been taken for granted, people have taken for granted all your acts of kindness towards them. No, it is not weakness at all. It often takes great courage and maturity, especially in a world where reacting harshly is more common than responding with grace. So let's be mindful. If people are taking advantage of you because you're kind, don't stop because of that, because it's not a weakness at all. A little kindness here and there just makes the world a better place. I see you lighted. Julie Cook, I see you. Thanks for joining. So why is kindness important? I feel it's really important, but let's look at some of the reasons why. So maybe you can change your mind if you feel you're not going to be kind again because people have been harsh to you or been mean to you. So let's look at why kindness is important. It's very important because it builds relationships. Yeah. There you go. So kindness fosters trust, connection, and safety in any relationship, whether it's marriage, friendship, family, or work. It does really build a relationship. Some people, maybe you've been trying to get their attention or just to be friendly, but they're not even looking at your side. Just do something kind that they were not expecting. You find out that can be the source of connection for your relationship or whatever you're trying to build. Fola Crown, I see you. Thanks for joining. Again, kindness, it heals emotional wound. So a simple act of kindness can brighten a bad day. It can ease a burden or even save a life. Some people, I watched a clip yesterday and I'm like, hey, I know people play pranks and it's kind of watering down kindness, the act of kindness in our world. And I saw this video clip of this man. They wrote on the screen, he wants to see who was going to help. The man pretended and laid on the floor like he had passed out in a very busy place, and people were like crossing over him on the floor to just walk away. Some would walk away and they would look back. Is he breathing? Is he there? Nobody, at least for the duration of that video, nobody in that video went to say, to tap him, are you okay, are you not? And I'm like, my goodness, nobody's even moved. Like, is he dead? Did he faint? What's wrong with him? And I'm like, oh my God, people are not so kind anymore, because that person could be a heart attack for real that brought them down. It could be that maybe they're starving, they fainted. It could be anything, 1,000,001 reason why he was on the floor in a busy place, and everybody just stepping, across him, over him, and walking away. And I'm like, my goodness, thank God this guy is doing an experiment. But here we are. This is the world we're living in today. Nobody give a toss, like, and it's not something you see every day in a busy place, somebody just on the floor, not moving, lying down. A lot went through my mind and I'm like, oh my God, what's happening in our world today? Rangers, I see you. Thanks for joining and thanks for liking the live. So a simple act of kindness, like, it can brighten up somebody's day. That means it can heal emotional wound. People may forget your words, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So this act of kindness, it goes beyond the physical, it goes beyond the ordinary. It's a very deep thing when we show it to one another. Again, kindness is important because it reflects our inner character. Yeah, it says a lot about the person we are. Laid by Zizi, I see you. Thanks for joining. So kindness reflects humility. If you've got it, it reflects empathy and emotional intelligence. It shows that you are a secure person. You're secure in yourself to give to others freely. You're not thinking, if I'm kind to this person, oh, I'm losing my ounce of kindness, so to say. No, it reflects your inner character as a person. Sometimes some people, they want to take that relationship to a new level, or that work relationship or whatever to another level, and sometimes people will test you, and all it requires is for you just to be kind. But if you don't have it as a person, that act of kindness or empathy or humility or whatever, and you show your true self, they'll be like, it's not worth doing business with this person, or it's not worth going into a relationship with this person. So you can imagine how that act of kindness can affect us as individuals. Then again, it makes society a better place. Kindness is contagious. I remembered another clip that I watched some time ago. This one was even a church setting, and the pastor was like, there's somebody here, you're struggling paying your rent, your house rent, you need help. If you're that person, just come out. And this man ran out. He ran and said, it's me, pastor. In fact, he was facing eviction and they were going to throw him out if he doesn't come up with a certain amount. And then the pastor said, you know what, we're not asking anyone. At least the congregation were there. He now said, whatever you have right now in your pocket, just come and drop for this fellow, and I will also add something for him. And this man was just in tears, like, because he was thinking, so he's going to be homeless, living on the street. And through that act of kindness, that pastor showed, you see people from the back coming out, just dropping money and dropping on the altar where the man was standing. He was just crying. At the end of the day, he got way, way more than he needed. That is an act of kindness. So you can show kindness to anyone, anywhere, anytime, anyhow, well, positively anyways. So kindness is contagious. Imagine imagine they just saved somebody from becoming homeless. So when one person acts kindly, it often inspires others to do the same. So imagine a world where kindness was the norm, not the exception. Like, ah, if I'm kind to you, you owe me big time. No, you just do it, because you don't know who's going to show kindness back to you in return. So you're not expecting that because I showed you kindness, you must be kind to me. That person may not just be kind to you, but it's on you to just do your bits and leave the rest. Who knows who's going to show that to you? So let's look at different forms of kindness. Different forms of kindness. Kindness comes in many shapes and sizes. It can be emotional, being present for someone going through a hard time. Sometimes somebody just need that shoulder to cry on, and you're like, you know what? FunmiRoyal says this is her tiny big shoulder. You can lean on me, rest. Remember that song, lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend, I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long, 'cause I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So it might be me tomorrow needing that emotional shoulder to cry on. So being present for someone going through a hard time is an act of kindness. Sometimes kindness can come, verbal, encouraging words to other people, gentle correction, a simple thank you is an act of kindness. Please, can you help me with this? Is an act of kindness. And again, it can come in a physical way. Ethio, I see you. Duma, thanks for joining. Bamikel, I see you. Thanks for joining us today on Inside. Help share this live to your friends. Let them be part of our talk. Again, when you talk about physical act of kindness, talking about help carrying something, offering a seat to a stranger. Maybe you're on the bus or you're on that train and this person is struggling, trying to hold on by standing, and you just offer your seat. That is an act of kindness. Or giving comforting hug, to someone in dire need. You can see they're lonely or they're going through a lot. All they need is just a hug to say, somebody cares, and you are that person to offer them that kindness in terms of hug. Be the one to do that, positively. All these things we're saying positively. And sometimes it could be financial kindness, just like the example that I gave of someone who's about to be evicted from their home and everybody rallied round so that they don't become homeless. So it could be financial, sharing your resources, donating to good causes out there, or buying a meal for someone is an act of kindness, and it goes a long way. I remembered, was it 2-3 years ago, I don't know, I went for my eye test, and also I was waiting for my glasses when it's shopping mall, so I just had to go have a bite. And as I stood, trying to order something, I just heard in my spirit, whoever comes behind you, for me, pay for whatever they're buying. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So I gave my order and the man was attending to me. And then I turned back. It was these two elderly couple behind me. I said, oh, in fact, I didn't even think twice about it. And I had to whisper to the man serving me. I said, this couple, whatever they buy, don't charge them. I'm going to pay for their whatever, anything. And he smiled. That was his act of kindness to the kindness I was showing to this couple. And then I sat down, so he served me, and then I was looking, and this couple ordered what they wanted, and I don't know them from Adam. They were Caucasian. I don't know them. And the woman wanted to pay, and the man said, no, that lady over there just paid for you. And even I felt good, because act of kindness can make you feel good, like, oh, doing something nice for someone, whether they asked for it, whether you felt led to doing it, it makes you feel good. And they went and waved, and I waved back, and I sat there to have I think it was a sandwich or something, And then they came to say, thank you so much. God bless you or whatever. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. You know, it was a pleasure really doing that. And off I went. It was good. So offering or buying a meal for someone, it can go a long way, because you don't know when last they had a meal, or nobody has ever shown that kind of kindness to them, and it feels good. And I bet they will also reciprocate to someone in the nearest future. And again, I tell you this for free, another act of kindness I'm going to mention is spiritual kindness. Yes, you're wondering, praying for others. I've done that here on Inside countless times. Offering hope and speaking life to someone can be an act of kindness. I've prayed and fasted with friends, my own family, you know, out of the blue, somebody's word. I'm like, okay, let's just pray. They're like, oh, really? And it brought tears to some people. And likewise, some people have been kind to me in that way as well. They're like, for me, you know, let's just pray. I may not be able to help you, right? Let's just pray. God will do something, you know. And speaking life to someone, you can see this person is downcasted, and you're the one saying, no, don't worry, hope is not lost, be encouraged, you know, try to put those positive words in there just to help someone is an act of kindness we can show one to another. So you don't need wealth really or influence to be kind. In your own little way, in your own big way, you can be kind. Everyone can give something, be it a smile. Sometimes you're lost in thought because you're carrying so much burden, and you're just walking, you're lost, deeply lost in your thought, and somebody you don't know just looks at you and gives a big smile, and you just come back for a second or two, and you breathe, you sigh. Oh, that smile you just needed, you know. That smile is like, you'll be fine. Even though they don't know what you're going through, they just felt the need to smile at you so you can smile back, because you were wearing this long face and all. Moses, I see you. Thanks for joining us. Again, this topic, it has its challenges, which we're going to talk about. And like I said, there's so many reasons why people stop showing kindness. And I get it. Of course, I get it. But then, what does that make you? Where does that leave our world today? Because it's a kind of acts, you know, that keeps the world going, that brings hope to people. It brings a lot. So it's been challenged in our present day generation, I must say. So how can we look at this and be positive and do better in our acts of kindness? So what challenges do kindness face in our present day generation? Pride and ego is one. Sometimes we think people should earn our kindness, or that it's beneath us. How can I show kindness? This person, oh no. What will people say if they see me showing kindness to this kind of person? Wale, I see you. Thanks for joining. So sometimes pride and ego, and sometimes, you know, some people you have, it's not even about the money. You have what it takes to be kind to that person suffering, and you just feel, oh, people see you now, what would they say? Like, look at you, you brought yourself so low to do this. So your pride goes, your ego, you know, you don't want to, and you just walk away, and you leave this person stranded or carrying on in their suffering or whatever. So sometimes people may think you have to earn their kindness, or some may feel it's beneath them to help such a person. No, strangers help strangers. People you met before, people you don't even know, it doesn't even matter, as long as it's a way of life you show to everyone and anyone around you. And again, why? What challenges this act? Busyness of life. You're too busy to help somebody. You're too busy to be kind to somebody. So in our rush, we overlook opportunities to be kind, opportunities to bless someone, opportunities to give a shoulder to lean on, because we're too busy. You know, we're just busy. And you, I bet, in return are expecting people to be nice back at you, but you're not being kind to other people. You're forming too busy. So let's be mindful, we the busy bees. And again, another challenge to kindness is bitterness or hurt. I've said this whilst giving some examples. So if we've been hurt or betrayed before, we may close our hearts and become unkind even to ourselves and to other people, because they're like, no, 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 no. That bitter experience. No, never would I show kindness to anybody. They hurt me so much. But like I said, it's not the person you have shown kindness to that will show it back to you. It could be somebody else completely. But you just do your bit. And because of that bitterness or that bitterness experience or that hurtful experience, you decide to be unkind. And in the process, you're even being unkind to yourself without realizing. Mercy, follow me. I see you. Thank you for joining. Again, another challenge I'm going to mention briefly again is fear of rejection or misunderstanding. So some fear that kindness will be misread, so they won't want to be kind. They can misread it as a weakness or a vulnerability. Some people, they're just so kind-hearted, and a lot of times they're being taken advantage of. So some will say, I've shown kindness to this person, they just blocked me off. I showed kindness to them, they're just misunderstanding my kindness. And they'll be like, you know what, I'm not going to show kindness anymore because I don't want to feel rejected, I don't want to feel vulnerable, so I'm not going to show kindness. This can challenge the act of kindness. Angelica, I see you. Thanks for joining us on Inside. So, but kindness isn't about how others respond, really. It's about how you choose to be. Like I said many times, of course, a lot of us have been hurt due to our acts of kindness. But would that stop us from being kind to other people? Of course not. In fact, you might even have to intensify it some more. You win some, you lose some. At the end of the day, it's about who you choose to be as a person. Have you chosen to be a kind person? Have you chosen to be a mean person? I mean, it's your choice, really. And that would determine how far you go in your relationship, in your family life, in your work life, and all of that. When people notice that this person is so mean, they will avoid you. They stay away from you. And yet you want to mingle with everyone. Just be kind in return. That's all it takes. So let's look at ways of cultivating a lifestyle of kindness. I'm saying this, I'm checking myself as well. Because sometimes, and I tell you, there's a thin line. Sometimes you might have to check that act of kindness, because otherwise it could mean something else to whoever you're showing it to as well. So be careful as you show kindness. But let's look at ways we can cultivate a kindness lifestyle. So we'll talk about some practical ways to grow in kindness. If you're the type that you know you're kind, of course you can still be kinder. Kind, kinder, kindest, I think. Or kind, more kind, most kind. English grammar, Lord help me. But let's look at practical ways to grow our kindness, behaviors or acts. Be intentional, like it's not that opportunities will just bring itself. Sometimes you have to be on the lookout. Who can I be kind to? So either way, you're showing act of kindness and you're growing in it. So look for daily opportunities to show care, to show kindness, even in a very small way. Like I said, it's not about something big or you have to be wealthy to show kindness. Some little ways. Just buy that coffee for that person, or just write a card to say get well soon or something, really. So be intentional about looking for ways to show kindness to people. Another practical way is listening actively. So kindness often begins with simple hearing someone out, being there for them, trying to help them figure out the way out, the solution, and all of that. So it can be a practical way to be kind to people, active listening. Again, practice gratitude. A thankful heart naturally becomes more generous and gracious. So sometimes someone is being kind to you, just say thank you, I really appreciate what you've done. And they feel the need to be kind to you another time. Esther's, I see you. John, I see you. Little Active, I see you. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys are good, and happy Monday to you. Again, forgive quickly. This is a big act of kindness. Holding grudges hardens your heart. Forgiveness keeps it soft. So in order to be kind to someone, they may offend you and all, be quick to forgive them. Yeah, for your own good as well. Because when you don't forgive, you're wallowing in pain and all of that. This person too is suffering, both of you suffering. Sometimes you might just have to let go, and be kind again to them so that you can be relieved of the pain, of the hurt they've done to you. Again, teach kindness. Maybe we can call this a form of teaching, As I say, if kindness is dismissed in our world today, what kind of a world do we have? What kind of environment are we going to be living in our community? So, practical way is to teach kindness. Parents can teach their children how to be kind. Share your toys with your friends. Because some children, they have 10 toys. They will hold on to all the 10 toys. They don't want to share with their friends, especially when their friends come visiting. They have a play date and they come visit and you don't want to share your toy. No, let's start teaching it to our children at a very early age in life so that they practice that and it becomes part of them. So whether at home, at work, in our community, model and encourage kindness as much as possible, as much as you can, really. So kindness is a fruit of love. Yes, if you're kind, that means you have that fruit of love in you. It grows when we nurture our hearts and care about others' well-being as well. So this thing, it can grow. Act of kindness can grow in you. Maybe you're the one that you just do, but now you're intentional about it. You're growing. That's what it means. You're growing in your acts of kindness. You even go out of your way to be kind to people, or you're being kind to someone has become sacrificial as well. It goes a long way. And trust me, whoever you're kind to, whether big or small, they tend never to forget it. And you might even have forgotten how kind you were to this person years after. They come and say, you remember when you did this, and you're wondering, you can't even remember. So let it be a part of you, a nature, a natural act, from you, or behavior from you, from me as well. So we have some long-term impact of kindness. I want us to really understand as well. So it's not just what you do today. Oh, then you done it, that's it, okay, done and dusted. So kindness do have some long impact or long-term impact on people. It improves mental and emotional health for both the giver and the receiver. You find that you feel good. These things sometimes helps our what is it called, our health, mental and emotional health. Like I said, when I paid for those couples whatever they had, I felt good. And you see me smiling like I've done something good today. So mentally I was happy, emotionally I felt good, due to that one act of kindness. Again, it fosters unity in families, in workplaces, in communities. So long-term effect of your kindness. Some colleague will tell you, remember 7 years ago, that project, I struggled, but you were so kind enough to, show me the ropes and explain certain things to me. And that's why I even led to my promotion. And they've come back to say thank you. That was 7 years ago. You can't even remember helping them, So it goes a long way in your workplace, in your family, even in the community. That's why sometimes you see some communities, they come together to award some individuals in the community who has been tremendously kind to the community at large. So it's rewarding, really, when you're kind to people. It leaves a legacy as well, long-term impact. Many are remembered more for their kindness than their accomplishment. Sometimes, especially when someone is on their deathbed, when you're sending them off, going to bury them, people will come up and say all sorts in their lifetime. Even the people that do not know them as such, when they hear all the good talks, this person, they might not know the way they impacted my life when they were alive. They did this, they did that. Their family members more would even appreciate that. Imagine a stranger coming up to say how their family member who passed on has been kind to them when they were alive, has helped them. It just, it leaves a legacy as well. So it's beyond us, I'm telling you. Again, it aligns with spiritual maturity as well. You can say that, showing the depth of a person's faith and character. Like I said, we get hurt by the day. That does not mean we're going to stop being kind to people. I know it's I made it short today so that we can come and interact I know it's a Monday. People will still go to work. I hope we won't stay too long today. But at least the message is passed across today. Act of kindness. Are you a kind person? Have you stopped being kind because somebody hurt you? Have you reduced your level of kindness because you felt vulnerable and they took advantage of you and all of that? So let's be mindful. Let's gauge our kindness level today. Is it balanced? Is it high up there? Or has it dropped in recent times due to one experience or one bad experience or another? Let's check ourselves, because we cannot stop to be kind to one another. The world will be harder. Will be a harder place to live. So in my conclusion, let's look at the power of kindness. Kindness is one of the simplest yet most profound gifts we can offer the world. I'm telling you, it's beyond you. It is free. I'm telling you, it's free because you choose to do this. You know they're not going to pay you back whatever you choose to do to be kind to someone. And it's a very powerful act. Very powerful. It affects life for good, positively. Lives can be saved because of your act of kindness. That is how powerful kindness can be. And it's indeed needed. In this economy of today, in our economy worldwide today, this act of kindness is really, really needed. Now more than ever before. Let's be kind to one another. Let us show kindness to one another. It goes a long way. And you don't know, maybe it's your children, somebody out there will also be kind to in return. So look at kindness as sowing a seed. And you might not necessarily be the one to benefit from it. Could be your family member, could be your husband, could be your wife, could be your children, your grandchildren, as a result of the seed of kindness you have shown the world as well. So choose kindness. I'm going to choose kindness even when it's not returned. Be kind when it's hard. That is when, in fact, you have to be intentional. Teach it to others, like I said. Teach our children, teach people around you to be kind. I remembered once upon a time there was this person that passed on, very elderly. And when they were doing service of songs and all, people came up to say, as a member of this church, my first gift was from this person. I never knew them. Apparently this person would always buy gifts, whether she knew you, whether she didn't know you, she'll buy gifts, especially festive period, Easter, Christmas, and she'll write, God bless you, a little prayer, and she'll just be giving everyone. And people remember this, and quite a number of people bought the scarves, some gifts and things like that to say, they cherish that so much. At least they showed kindness to them in that way. So remember this, never ever forget this. Kindness is never wasted. It is never wasted. It always plants a seed, like I said, and may grow into something beautiful in someone's life. I want to impact my world positively. I want to impact my world with kindness. No matter how much the world has, impacted me negatively, and I'm talking generally in all aspects of life, I will not stop to be a kind person, because this is who I have chosen to be. And who have you chosen to be as a person as well? So be kind. For everyone you meet, they're fighting a battle you know nothing about. And that little act of kindness might just be a saving thing, a saving grace that they need. Oh, thank you so much, Leslie. Thanks for joining in. So be kind. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be a source of comfort. Be a source of light. Be a source of hope to whoever they may be. That is the end of my talk today. But I have this one question, as always. Why is the act of kindness seems to be fading away in our world today. Why do we think so? I really want us to talk more about this because, like I said, as an individual trying to build yourself in a community, be kind, and all you get back, in return is all of this negativity or people are just being mean to you. There's so many reasons I feel it might be fading, but you know what? Like I say, I want to hear your perspective to this. Why is the act of kindness? Why does this seem to be fading in our world today? That is my one question. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much. Yeah, good evening, Leslie. Oh, successful Amy, I see you. Thanks for joining. Ollie J, I see you. So that is my talk for today. And, like I always say, let us talk more about this. Because if kindness fades away from our world today, where does that leave you? Where does that leave me? Where does that leave us as a community? Easter holidays for the children. Oh, okay. Okay, are you chatting with someone, Leslie? Okay, so yeah, please send an invite. Let's talk more about this. Do you think acts of kindness is fading away in our world today? Or do you think more and more people are showing acts of kindness? And then what can we do to be kind ourselves? How can we be kind in our daily living, in our day-to-day living, or, in our lives generally? Shell, I see you. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to send an invite. Oh, Leslie, you're just about the one there. Yeah, like I say, when you bring some topics, you find out that people are not rushing there. They'll be like, what are you talking about? But when you bring some things, I'll be like, this is a waste of life, even. You see people troop in there, but it's all good. It's all good. I believe strongly that this topic, it goes a long way in uniting people from different worlds together. And this is one of the things that happen here on TikTok as well. Acts of kindness, people coming to support people, people coming to build a community, showing love to one another, showing care to one another. Yeah. Okay, Leslie, how are you? You're just about the one in the box for now. You and I can have a chit chat about it, really. How was your day? Oh, I can't believe we're here again. The time just goes so fast these days. It's like 24/7 is not enough, so to say. All the same, we thank God we have to do what we have to do. Leslie, how's your day been? I hope you can talk.
Who's this? Good evening, panel. Where's our woman with peppers? The day will come later. We know that.
Don't worry, they're waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting, or they will join us. But if not, you can always say, even if it's one person, honestly, I believe strongly my work is done.
The way I've left those days of you need big crowd. I don't move like that. I move with purpose. So you don't. When you're moving with purpose, you don't need crowd. You don't need. You just work with what God gives you.
Definitely.
Whether there's many or plenty, it will get done. That's how I move. So yeah. It's just like I was saying that it's the Easter holidays for the children. So I want to just occupy with, giving them activities, sorting them out. Okay, there's no school run, but there's other things you have to do with them.
In fact, I thought everybody's on holiday, so to say. And my son came back this afternoon. I said, because he's doing his GCSE soon, so I know they have intervention. So I just assumed he went for intervention. So when he was still wearing tie, I'm like, what happened? I thought it's mufti. You just wear. He said, no, mom, my school is not ending till tomorrow. So I'm still going to school. I said, what is the problem? I said, well, it's all good. At least you're learning. So that's the most important thing. So yeah, Easter is round the corner, and Easter eggs and Easter activities and what have you. Thank God for Jesus's salvation to mankind. I mean, Jesus still had to be kind enough to say, you know what? I'm just going to go to the world and die for humanity. That act of kindness, honestly, I don't know if anyone can ever do that ever again, but we're grateful because I'm benefiting from his act of kindness. And I bet Leslie too is benefiting from Jesus's acts of kindness. So I don't know what your take is on the topic today. Do you think an act of kindness is fading away gradually in our world today? What is your take, Leslie? We can start off whilst we wait for other people. Young Rich, I see you. Thanks for joining. So Leslie, the floor is yours. Let me see. Young Rich, I'm going to try and bring you up. I don't know if you have anything to say. Leslie, do you need a moment? Do you need a minute? Act of kindness. It goes a long way. Some days, sometimes you remember, and whoever showed you that little act of kindness that really touched you, you might not even be in touch with them anymore. It could be way back. I mean, if you sit and think about it, who has been kind to you in your life? There's some you'll be like, where is this person? You don't even know whether they're still alive or not. So you can imagine. And you as well, the people you've shown acts of kindness to, you probably can't remember them all. That's if it's your lifestyle. That's if you do that. Because sometimes, out of the blue, someone will just say, I remember this thing you did. And you try so hard to remember your act of kindness towards this. You can't even remember, but they haven't forgotten. And they're saying it. In fact, they will tell you the cloth you were wearing that day. They will tell you the hairstyle you had. They will tell you the place, the location. And honestly, you still cannot remember. So you can imagine that person still remembering that one act to show them. It really, really goes a long way. Please send an invite. Let's talk some more about this act of kindness. Do you think it's fading away in our world today? Nadine, I see you. Thanks for joining. Or do you think, no, people in the world today, they are so kind? And you can share one or two experiences with us. Like I've shared, many ways we can show acts of kindness to people. Thank you, Sake. If you have the time, please send an invite. Let us talk more about this. Leslie, I don't know what happened. You just went quiet on me all of a sudden. You can type on there if you're busy. I know. Like you said, when children are on holiday, they need more of your time. I get it. Yeah, I remember then as I'm like, whoa, 2 weeks seems like forever. What are we going to do? Especially when you're not traveling out or whatever. You just have to keep those children busy. Mind you, you have work and all of that as well. But now, my own boys, they are men now. In fact, they'll be the one to plan my day for me if care is not taken. Melanin, I see you. Thanks for joining us today. We're talking about acts of kindness, and I've just finished with my talk. And the question is, do we feel acts of kindness is fading away in our world today? Or do you think people are still showing kindness in their little way, in their big way to other people? What is our take? Imagine our world without kindness. How would it be? How would it be? It's better imagined than experienced, to be honest with you. So acts of kindness, like I said, can come in various forms. Just giving a listening ear to a friend, to someone, is act of kindness. Helping someone, with words of encouragement is also an act of kindness. There's so many ways we can show kindness to the world. It's a very, very powerful thing that if we all stop it, hey, this world, in fact, it'll be like hell on earth, so to say. But we still have to carry on. Sometimes when you're kind to people, they would hurt you. They give you pain back in return. And some people may have decided, you know what, I'm just not going to be kind to anybody anymore because they've hurt me so bad. But then only one person hurts you. Why are you withdrawing from being kind to other people? And like I said, it's a seed we're sowing. Debbie, Gazem, I see you. Leslie, I can't hear you. I hope you're not speaking because your mic is not on. Leslie, Adasa, I see you. Good evening. I hope we're good. Let's bring us up. Otherwise, I will just, say the closing prayer and everybody will go. Debbie, how are you? I hope you enjoyed the weekend. Debbie, how are you?
I'm well.
You're welcome.
The weekend was fine.
You're in the kitchen cooking. Hey, you can.
Oh wow, Mr. Leslie, did I bring my plates?
I wonder. Well done.
Did I bring my plates?
If you're cooking, so that should he even tell us before our mouth will start salivating now. So because I'm not sure we're going to get a piece of it. So, but yeah, it's okay if you want to share with us your cooking. I wonder. I hope it's not what is it called now? Because of the children, chicken nuggets or spaghetti bolognese. At the rate at which they consume spaghetti bolognese in my household, anytime I see it, I will run. I run, really. It's their go-to meal, I tell you. Their go-to meal. Debbie, I hope you're good. We've been talking about kindness. I say, imagine a world where nobody.
Mr. Leslie.
Asaro, what? What? Well done, Henry.
Oh, wow.
Wow. When last did I do that? What I made. I actually
I want to
made.
be like you when I grow up.
You know, wow. You must be a sous chef now, Leslie.
Should I bring my? Is it bowl I should bring or which one?
No, Ghana must go. Oh, by popular demand. Wow. Wow. Well done. Well done. At least you're. When you bring bowl, what do you want to leave for the children, myself, and the wife?
You don't worry.
Yeah?
His grace is sufficient for you.
We're talking about kindness. Let's be kind. Let's not finish Leslie food before he even sit down to eat with his family.
I didn't plan to take everything, no. You know the kind of food you are eating determine the kind of plate.
I see.
Mm.
Really? So
I don't have to bring big bowl.
You even say big. You said
I
bowl.
don't really eat yam like that, so I'll bring small.
Leslie, I hope it's enough to go round. I hope it's enough to go around. But all the same, yeah, Debbie, I was just saying to you that we're talking about the act of kindness.
Okay.
Leslie has not said bring your bowl, so I'm not sure whether I wants to be kind with his asaro today. We will manage. Is this Debbie? Can you see the Adasa on screen? Is that our Adasa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys are together because I've sent an invite. I really
No,
want
she's
to.
not yet.
Oh, okay. Adasa, thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Please come up. Let's hear you direct from your channel, from your page today.
We need Jesus and Holy Ghost to bring her up.
Why? Why?
I don't think she. I don't think.
You have to show
I
to
don't
me
think she
that.
will want to.
What? You don't think what?
I don't think she will want to, but I don't know if she will want to, but I'm just thinking she will. You will need the Holy Ghost and Jesus to bring her up.
Be kind enough to me today to come up. And this considering the topic we're talking about today. So, Adasa, I know you're a kind person. Let me blackmail you now. I know you're a kind person. Even if it's for 1 minute, you can come and dish out those nuggets and then you can drop off. Honestly, I'll be okay. But please, me, I'm begging, Adasa, please. I see her, she just tapping away. And I've sent that invite. I don't know if the thing is okay. Let me send it again. Please, Adasa, let's hear from you. Do you think our world is still experiencing kindness? Or do you think kindness is fading away by the day? I mean, considering the economy of today, everybody's just minding their business. Don't what's the word now? Don't pressure me. I will not pressure you. I'm kindly tapping. Okay, that's your act of kindness today. Thank you. I wanted to hear you, but it's all good. If you can't come up, you can type some things. I hope I won't miss it. I can say it out. So Leslie is preparing asaro. So let me come to you, Debbie. What's your take about this topic? Do you think act of kindness is a powerful thing? Okay, all right. Thank you, Adasa. Thank you. Or do you think the world, hey, nobody's kind anymore? This one, if they're kind to you, they're expecting something back in return. What do you think, Debbie? What is your take? Let's start the chat today, you and I.
That where everybody is today. Why?
It's Monday. Oh, wow. They're still recovering from the party and the cake of Thursday.
I don't know where the cake is. If we have to start this topic from you now, I'm not sure you are kind to me.
Please. So Hadassah said there is kindness in the world. Okay.
To be honest, there's still kindness in the world. There is kindness in the world, regardless of what we are going through, what people are going through.
Yeah.
Some people are still kind.
Hi,
And
13. Thank you. This is
hello,
what.
13. And I don't think kindness is what is it called? Because of religion or something. It's an heart that some people are born with it, some people develop it, some people learn it. But there's still kindness in the world. There is still kindness in the world. I was still reading some post on Instagram today of how some children were helped and everything, and I'm like, regardless of what people are going through, especially in Nigeria, some
Yeah.
people are still stretching their hands
Okay.
to help. So, and kindness is not just about the physical thing.
Oh, okay.
Even in how we talk about people, how we talk to people, how we deal with people, kindness still it should still reflect in however we deal with people. Yeah. So I believe when it comes to kindness,
Yeah.
it's something everybody should have, but not everybody have it.
But you know, Debbie, sometimes you're kind, you're kind to people, but what you get back is just hurt, meanness, and all of that. Would that stop you from still being a kind person?
It won't stop me from being a kind person. I will just how do I put this thing now? It doesn't stop me from who I am if I'm a kind person. But it doesn't stop me from still distancing myself from that person.
Oh, I see.
And regardless of how much they hurt me or anything, God forbid they are in a dying situation, I might not go closer, but I will be able I can help from afar.
Oh, well, true.
I don't have to go closer, but I can help from far. So I think when it comes to kindness, I always say a kind person is a kind person no matter the situation. No matter the situation.
I guess what you said just made me think, except they are being kind to get something in return.
And that's not kindness.
It's true.
That's not kindness. That's an act.
Well,
My mouth.
yeah.
That's an act because that's like you are doing it to gain something. And sometimes let's be real though, as human,
Yeah.
when you are being kind to people, when you are good to people and they
Take advantage.
take advantage of it, or they are what's it called, they are showing you the other part of life, you tend to question yourself if it's worth it. You tend to ask yourself if you want to continue being kind. Some people, I don't know, but I think some people stop being kind because of how people have treated them or something. But I think when it comes to kindness, nobody should change who you are. You can distance yourself from the people that hurt you,
Yeah.
but don't stop being kind. Don't change who you are because of one person. Because before you know it, you realize that you've turned to something else, something you don't even recognize at the end because of one person. So
You can
I
lose
think
empathy, feeling, and all of that. Yeah.
people are not, see, to be honest, even God that created us human, he tired for us. He created us finish. It's like So
Wow.
how much more? How much more? We human. So it's not easy. It's not easy, especially in this world that we are in. People take your kindness for granted. In fact, some people get how do I put it, scammed.
Yeah, because they're too
Mm,
kind.
yes, some people get scammed in their what's it called, in their journey of kindness to people. So I know it's not easy to deal with human, but please don't change who you are.
Yeah.
Be good, be kind, and be watchful.
Thank
I
you, Elder
think
Debbie. Very
I think that's
wonderful
where the thing
words.
is. Be watchful.
Okay.
Mr. Leslie is my Asaro ready.
Let me tell you, this Asaro is project I've been working on since almost 2 weeks. And today they hang my neck for it. Today they said it's today.
Fine. Wow.
So I finally have to fulfill my obligation.
In fact,
This is where
I
your
as long
this is
as you
where your
can eat
title
it,
as president elder coming.
as long as you can eat it and they can eat it.
I don't know how to FedEx this one though. Because my dad don't lock down.
Why now?
Ah,
Are you the only one doing
that's
this
it.
project?
No, she's helping me. She's doing it, but she has made sure that her salary is today. You, we are going.
Oh my
Like I said, the children are on holiday, so this is what happens now. They said that is your turn now. Start
goodness.
cooking.
In
So
fact.
yeah, but yeah, don't worry, it's fun. It's fun. I'm just sorting it out. I'm jumping in and out of the kitchen.
I don't know. I think Debbie went quiet now. I think she's changing her mind about bringing her bone now.
No, I'm not changing my mind though.
Oh, you
I'm part of the
haven't?
family, oh.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm part of the family, oh.
But it's funny that part of kindness is how we're hospitable. It's something that is a lovely quality for those who have it. Not many people are having it these days. I think there's been a lot of change. The culture has really changed from being hospitable to be people becoming very isolated. Everybody keeping to themselves. It's so that's what make it a bit this thing. But kindness is a, I think those who work in it, they are appreciated. And what was once considered a weakness, people are beginning to see that it's a strength, because especially in a time where everybody's for themselves, kindness stands out. It stands out in a sense. I love what our elder David said, that it shouldn't change who you are. If you are somebody who's kind, you shouldn't allow, you should yes, people can take advantage of this thing, but what I've learned over time is that after a while, you can know the people who are taking advantage, and you have the wisdom to know, okay, I don't need to deal with such people, and work with those who are appreciative of that kindness and are using it to better their lives, and in turn will remember you. There, I have had, yeah, so I've had the privilege of where I've had the privilege where there were certain people I was helping or do certain things for, in terms of how, it's like when we go out, and maybe I'm the one who will pay for the meal. And after my wife will be telling me, it's a bit more. I said, they're my friends, let me sort it out. And I said, look, I'm not doing it for them. I'm not doing it for them. That's what I do because they're my friends, and that's how I sort them out. And then a season came in my life where, honest to God, I don't even know how it happened. There are certain people who started coming to my life where they'll pay for certain things, like I'll go for golf, which is what I love to do, and they'll just pay for everything. And I was like, no, no, no. And they will literally fight. No, we are sorting you out. And I didn't ask them to do it. So there's, sometimes you look like you are, but the Bible says that it's more blessed to give than to receive. And I just found out that if you are a generous person, if that's what you do, I just believe that somehow you'll be sorted out.
Yeah.
You sort it out. Now there are people who want to take advantage, and I told my wife, I give them hiatus. I just, this one is just beginning to wants to behave like it's a become a birthright. I give myself a distance from them, but it shouldn't change your quality or your character as a person. It's becoming rare these days, but there are good people out there, and I can testify there are good people out there. Like I said, that one of my very good friends who helped me in my finances, helped me in investment, and he did it absolutely for free, and I never told him. I even told him that, why can't you take money? You do this for a living. He said, you're my friend. I want to sort you. I want to make sure you're good in this area. So it's important that we learn. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
That's really kind of them. Thank you. It's when you're not getting it back. Sometimes, I mean, we're human. You might just think, is it that people are taking advantage of you? You've been kind to that person, you've been kind to that person, but all you're getting back is, that meanness. What do you think? Maybe God is telling you something. You might have to increase that level of kindness rather than stop it altogether. Because I believe strongly is a seed. I remembered when Leslie was talking, I remembered when when I was thrown into that boarding school years ago, I had this no, I don't know. I think that was their kindness later made them be my, what do you call them, godmother or whatever. I was in the hostel that day and I wasn't feeling too good. I couldn't even have my dinner that day. I was just there. And these two women, I don't know, because to me they I was quite young and they were much older. I don't know, they were just walking about and they saw me through the window of the hostel and they came in. They're like, everybody's playing outside. What are you doing here? I said I wasn't feeling well. The next thing, they just took me to the nurse, because quite a long walk. They took me, they bought me food. In my mind, I was wondering, this one's, is it that but then kidnapping was not a thing back then. I was a bit taken aback, like, these people, I don't know them from other. They just took me, made sure I was okay. They brought me back, made sure I was okay. And today, I can't remember what these people look like. These two were ladies. I can't remember what they look like, but that thing, you can see, this is me. How old was I? My 11. So this is 30 something odd years on. And I can still remember their acts of kindness. So it's like a seed sown. And those people, whether they're still alive, I don't know where they are. You can imagine. So this thing, it's a good thing. That's what I say. If our world is not experiencing kindness anymore, I don't know the kind of a world we'll be living in, to be honest with you. But thank you, Leslie, for your contribution. Thank you, Debbie. So far, so good for your contribution. I'm coming to Kenneth before I come to Adasa. Kenneth P., how are you? I hope you are good. Thanks for joining us today. So we've been talking about kindness, the act of being kind. Do you think there's still kindness in our world today, or is gradually fading away? Have you been kind as well? So I don't know which angle you want to come, but please let's hear your views about this topic today. Kenneth, I hope you're there. TS is sign. I see you. Kiang, I see you. I'm going to try and bring us up if we can. Kenneth, can you speak where you are, please? We want to hear your views about this topic. We talk about these things because sometimes, like you said, some people might just be sitting and listening that, for me, look, I've been hurt too many times. I've helped. People are just taking me for granted. I'm sorry, I don't want to be kind anymore. But then, obviously, that person, I don't think they'll be happy with themselves, really, because we win some, we lose some. And if you have at the back of your mind that this is just something you do, whether people return it or not, it's inconsequential. It doesn't matter. You're still going to carry on because this is your nature as a person. And I believe strongly that everybody, every human has the capacity to be kind. But whether they not choose to be is a different talk altogether. So Kenneth, can you speak where you are? If not, I'm coming to Adasa. Okay, he's not responding. Maybe, I don't know. Hadassah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your call. Thank you, 13 for tapping. In fact, he's our tapping general now. We have bestowed that upon him. Yay.
Hello, my lady.
How are you? Yes, God bless you. Thank you so much for obliging. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. So,
thank you, ma.
We want to hear from you.
When it comes to kindness, I believe there is kindness in the world. I am a beneficiary of kindness.
Wow,
people have shown me a lot of kindness on hand. People that I've never met before have shown me kindness. People who don't know me, welcome to I, has shown me kindness. So when I say there's kindness in the world, yes, people who are not of my clan, my tribe, or my race, no, we are all human race, or of my color, have shown me kindness. So I believe there's kindness in the world. And a lot of people have shown me kindness where they didn't get a reward or an appreciation. Nobody saw it. It just happened. So I believe there's kindness in the world. And I believe that there's difference between being kind, because when it comes to kindness, it differs. You can be kind to your family, to people of your community. You can be kind to, do you understand? It's not just one kind of kindness. It's generally kindness, but they break into different type. And I believe some people believe people take advantage of you when you are kind towards them. It can only happen once. If you repeat yourself, it's no longer kindness. You put yourself in that shoes. I'm a firm believer of
that. So if somebody hurts you one time, you will not be kind again to them.
being kind is different, because when it comes to kindness, the sacrifice is not the same. The scale weight of kindness differ. I meet you on the road, you are trying to get in a bus, you couldn't pay for your oyster. I tap in with my bank card, you get in. That is a one-time kindness. £2 sorted, done and dusted, out of this world. You needed a referral, I'm able to do it, I gave it to you. That's a different thing. But if I stand in gap as, okay, you want to get a place, you needed somebody to stand in for your, what is it called?
Guarantor.
And then after I did that to you, you stopped paying the rent, then I had to end up being the debtor. These things happen if you want to look at it. So there's level to this kindness. It happens to people. So when it comes to kindness, you are sick on the road, somebody pick you up like the good Samaritan and took you to the hospital and paid. That is a life-changing kindness. So they differ to themselves. It's not the same. When we talk about kindness, it's not the same. You are in debt, somebody borrowed you money without a collateral. That is a big kindness, because some people could not even find somebody to borrow them the money. So if we want to talk about kindness, let someone who pay oyster £2 not come and talk about somebody who is a guarantor and became a debtor. Do you understand? Don't say, oh, you can do it. Please respect your £2. Sit in the corner. The Lord is with you. But don't say for those who have the scar of the sacrifice they've made and it has become a big issue. Do you understand me? You are homeless as a young woman. I opened my door to you. You got pregnant with my husband, and then my children have a step. That's another kindness, because do you understand me? See, you should have brought me up. I'm just a deep thinker.
No, that's why I say I can't cover all aspects. That's what we need to learn.
Yeah, so when it comes to kindness, thank you for the gift. There are different levels to this kindness than we are talking about. There are doctors in the hospital who they do all their best, not for what you pay, but they kept you alive. That's a deep kindness there's some kindness that you don't even know what people have done for you. You don't even know the sacrifices people made for you. You don't know the investment people has made for you. Now, if you notice when people want to talk about, oh, in this life you have to be kind, it's always those who had paid the £2. Who has not been scarred or been burned. Do you understand? By this kindness, then you will sit up on the high earth and say, yeah, you have to be kind to everybody, but you've only done £2 kindness. Some people open the door of their house, sponsor other people's children, and got burned. You were not there. Do you understand me? Some people standing for people, help them pick up a bag at the airport, and they are in prison. Some have even been called. Do you understand me? So I'm not saying that. Let's look deeper when we want to start pointing finger or advice. You only know the side which you have experienced. Sometimes it's deeper than that. You're a business person, you have a friend who is struggling, you open the door of your business to them, they shot you at the leg when you turn your back. You took somebody to your place of work, you got fired. I don't know all kindness, man.
It is, but
it's still do you understand? Now, if you say, oh, so that's what I'm trying to say. Kindness is different and is on different scale. Some people will only give you water and they will want your life in return. Whereas some people can do everything for you and you will never notice it on their face. So I always say to people, if you are of an open heart, you are responsible to be careful of the people you bring into your circle, because your what is it called? Your default setting is to show kindness to people. So you don't know the difference. You just open your hands. So if you are someone who you know, I am kind. I don't have to know you to be kind. You can show kindness without bringing people into your inner circle. Because let me tell you, when it comes to, I used to say to people, you want to become great in life, you are working so hard to be great. That's perfect. But do you know that the bigger you become, the more responsible you are? Do you know that the bigger you become, if there's fire and you only have a bag somewhere, you won't cry so much, but the owner of the building will go crazy, especially if she's still paying mortgage and you have to pay. Do you understand? So that's why sometimes when people come and say, in this life, if you read, please, can you keep quiet, please? Please move to the side. You are saying what you know. You will see somebody say, oh, how could a millionaire hang themselves because they lost some money? Yo, you only have one room beside the you don't know. You don't know what made them do it. So, and as human being, I'm sorry to say, we judge too quickly. We judge too quickly without understanding. I took my child to your place. My child is living with you. You mouth. Okay. Let me use an example when it comes to kindness. So I will use this as a parent to a child. I used to say to my dad used to say most of the time, you know, when parents say things like, I did everything for you. My father don't use such word because I didn't live in the house for free. Because of me, they called you dad. If I didn't come to your life, you will never be called dad. Because of me, you made friend at my school. Because of me, do you understand? On Father's Day, they called you out. I also gave you honor. I had a name to your name. I continued your lineage because of me. I swept that house for free. I cleaned and I mopped. I also cooked as I was growing. You gave your authority. I honored it. Relationship, young and old, is a two-way. The only problem is you only see your own side and don't see the other person's sacrifices. The same thing goes with kindness. I think a few years ago, I hit a really bad spot in business. And I felt very downwards. And those who have been my friend for over a decade that I run around for them, nobody called me, nobody checked. I called them, and Debbie told me, Adasa, pick up the phone. Let's call everybody. I was really happy. We called everybody. Some of them have not called me back till now. It's over 3 years. They've not called me back to say, Adasa, did you survive? Is everything okay? Nobody checked. Now, let me tell you something I have discovered when it comes to life. If you are a kind person, those who you sow into, actually, as a kind person, if you are doing it from the bottom of your heart, you are investing with your maker. The Bible says, he that lendeth to the poor lendeth unto his maker. God will come through for you, will send you help. Yeah. But I realized that sometimes we invest in bad grounds, kindness. We invest in the wrong people. And when it's time for us, when we need that help, it's not because you expect return. Nobody around you will stand up for you. So as much as you can advise people and say, oh, be kind to everybody, let your moderation be known to all men. Be kind, but don't throw yourself under the bus. Because if the tables were to turn, you don't want to pass away and your children become father or motherless because you are trying to show kindness to some people. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. I'm sensing Leslie wants to say something. Please feel free to add to what Adasa just said.
Yeah, and that's why I said there's need for wisdom. I again, people can change, yes. But the truth of the matter is, if a person's nature is a particular way, that's who they are. You know, I have an auntie friend of mine. I've talked about her in terms of her husband. We always say this woman, leave this man alone. But that woman is generous to a fault. But one of the things I've seen in her life, God is my witness, I've never seen that woman be without. All her children, despite everything, that her husband behavior, she reminds me of Abigail in the Bible. You know, neighbor, horrible husband, very proud and silly. In fact, he almost put himself in the line of death, and Abigail spoke on about. That's the kind of person she is. She is a very generous woman. And I remember her 60th birthday. Her 60th birthday is a testament of that her generosity and kindness. When I say she had maybe in gifts, financial gifts alone, she was given almost £10,000 in just money gifts.
Wow.
Just money gifts. This woman, I've known her for, so it's 20, it's over 20 years. It's 20 years now. This year make it 20 years since I've known her. The generosity of this woman, the things she has done for my wife and I, how she, even for our marriage, everything. I'm not the only one. The other people she has sponsored and everything. But her sister's birthday, that's when I knew, yes, the nature of kindness, it pays off. I said the money gift alone was over £10,000 for her birthday gift. The money gift alone. I'm not talking about people who gave her, people who paid for a holiday, people who paid, even the hotel she did, somebody paid for it for her 60th birthday. Wow. It's one of the few birthday parties that my wife and I spent, I think, close to £500 in just clothes alone, clothes and shoes and everything, just for her, just for this woman. So what I'm saying, yes, and she has been burnt. Oh, trust me. When my wife was talking with her,
want us to talk about as well, because I mean
she has been burnt. I can tell you, she has been. When my wife and her are talking about finances, because my wife is very, very good when it comes to money. My wife is very good with the money. When she and her are talking about, my wife is one of the people that helped her to get a mortgage in this country, helped her do the papers, everything, and the person that financed her mortgage was her own brother. Wow. In the end, so I think he financed the mortgage up to almost 15% of the value of the property. Wow. In this England. So when the Bible says it's more blessed to give than to receive, it's if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. Look, it's like everything else. If it were easy, everybody would do it, but it is not. And sometimes some people are tested in an area, and few pass those tests. But when we're talking about kindness, yes, there are certain people, they can change. They've been hurt, they've been born. But this woman is a testament to me that I have seen. She has lost money in this country, and I'm not talking small money. And yet, somehow, in the end, she always comes out. Always. I don't know. In fact, one time, she spent Christmas, and she was telling me that sometimes she wonder how God bails her out. We were just laughing.
It's a seed
And I'm
she's sown. Yeah.
Yes. So, you know, her when she was raising her taking her children to university, oh my God, her husband refused. I'm telling you, her husband refused to get involved. In fact, my husband, I would be like, why can't you just leave this man alone? He's not even doing nothing. But this woman single-handedly financed her children, both of them, from beginning to end of uni, finished. Her son did master, finished. We look at it like, what, how? She just say to today, she doesn't know how. In fact, there's one time she was taking her son to Wales and the car broke down on the way. God have mercy. So what I'm saying is that there's need for wisdom, but those who have that gifting, those who have that character, sometimes we think they are fools, but I tell you, when we see the longevity of it all overall, they're always the ones that come out on top. It's few that are celebrated, but very rarely will somebody in kindness and generosity not be favored in the end. That's what I'm saying. And as I started this evening, I've said there are some people that they were taking advantage. They were taking advantage. And when I began to know, okay, yeah, I said, fine, it's their loss. But I don't think someone is a fool, because sometimes some people even know, and they know, okay, there's a season, this season will come, because nothing forever. Season come and go. Nothing is forever. Something will end, whether it's naturally or by design. Something will end. And if people are taking advantage, I can tell you, it doesn't last forever. Something will happen. Either they move away or something will happen, whatever means it is. But those who practice that spirit of kindness, there's a different level of how they see this world, and they're not doing it. I don't think they're even doing it for people. I don't even think they're even
back in return.
Yeah, there's something else at play here. Something else. Like I said, I have friends that used to I will go out, my wife will say, you're always financing the all the meals. I tell them, it's not for, I'm not doing it for them. They're my friends, but if they don't see the today, I don't remember the last time I've gone out where I paid for a meal, because the people that are now in my relationship circle, they will let me pay for a meal now. They will not. In fact, there's one that he's always telling me, Leslie, when are we going to go out again? We have not gone out enough. And I'm telling him like, bro, you know I'm busy, but they are the one who right now they're even telling me next month, set booking dates, we must go out.
Wow.
And that wasn't the case 5-6 years ago, probably even 10 years ago. But now I don't remember when I last went outside of my wife. I don't remember when I last paid for a meal.
It's a seed.
I just want to say yes. So that's what I'm saying. People might be seen like that, but let me tell you, the God that we serve and the God that we know, He knows. And I can tell you, like I said, some people have given them hiatus. Like, you know what? I need to give this person a break. They're not getting it.
So let's see. Hadassah, thank you for that contribution. Hadassah says she have a question for you. She's got a question for you.
Oh yes, please
Mr.
fire.
Leslie.
Yes.
Mr. Leslie, sir, I wanted to
Finally,
ask.
I speak to Hadassah. Actually, I call you elder now.
No, sir. Those friends that you said 5 years ago, have they started paying the bill now, sir?
I don't know that paying the bill. I don't know the
sir, it's yes or no. When you people go out, have they started paying your bill the way you were paying their own?
I can't say yes or no, because some of them I'm not involved in the lives. I don't know where they are at. There's one that is still around, and I think he's come around a little bit. He's kind of stepped up. I don't tell people what to do, but you know, one of them, but not all of them.
Another.
The friendship expired over time. Is that what it is?
No. Some of them, I have a business partner of mine. He says, he gave me this. He said, they are friends that just like to hang around, so they don't miss when you blow up. So,
Mr.
so
Leslie.
there's levels of friends, there's levels of friendship. But I had one of them who I give a hiatus, and to be honest, something happened last year, and he actually gave a big, generous gift when my mom passed away. My wife and I was surprised. And we were like, wow. And maybe he just realized there was something in this relationship that I've missed. And he was one of the big donors when my mom passed away. My after today, like, what happened here? Like, how? So that's why I was saying that even those who we may feel may be taking advantage, give them a break. You know, you don't have to be. But what I've learned is that there's a reason why they are friends to begin with. And if they probably have forgotten or they don't know, they themselves will probably miss something about you if you're not in their life. There's probably something that we are bringing to the table that they maybe at the time they didn't realize or recognize. And now they're not in the frame and the picture, they know, yeah, this person will do something in my life. And I don't have that anymore. Or I'm missing that situation. And like I said, one of them, like I said, last year in November, he gave a big financial gift, which surprised us. Really surprised us. You know, so it can't happen. It can't happen. And I've learned that sometimes people, they don't have the same perception, and you have to give them grace. They don't have the same, they don't have the same perspective in that area. They may not see it, they may not understand it. And so it's not, I don't put it on them. But if I've invested time and effort and certain things and we're working to, and I might mention that, hey, you know, this happened, you know, and I didn't see your situation on that matter, I will put it out to them. But after a while, if there's some type of advantage, and I've had a particular friend, we're no longer friends now, that I did say I feel that there's a situation where we're being taken advantage of. And he was like, well, you know, I'm more begging you to do this stuff. And I said, okay, fine. And that relationship died, but it wasn't from my perspective. I actually still maintained him, but he felt that way. And then years later, we went somewhere, and he actually was telling the person that he hasn't had that level of friendship since then. And I haven't seen that person. So for me, I will continue to do certain things. It's just the character, and I've seen those who do it and how they've been blessed by it. And that's just my take.
Thank you.
I wanted to say something. I think Deb is on the line. I'm going to mute, and I'm going to ask Debbie to tell you some of the nicknames that people call me. Yeah, she knows me very well. Deb, can you please help me, please?
Debbie, please.
When it comes to kindness.
I hope you're still there, Elder Debbie.
Why are you putting me on this matter? You see, I know somebody that they call wasteful, Darosha. What is it again? No. Daddy Fumi, please help me translate Komola Towoko.
Let me Google it. It's more like
have no value for money.
Yeah, well,
kind of. And lots of it. I don't know why you asked me.
You know what?
Because giving for me is very natural. I can't see you cry. I can't see you stress. I can't have it and you go through stress. I don't need to know you for me to do it. I don't need to know you. They used to call me, she does not say no. And I won't lie. When people knock a door, I don't get to the door to knock. It opens before I go. So when it comes to giving, that's why I said I'm a beneficiary of kindness. It's not just monetary. Standing by somebody, giving you a shoulder to cry on, solving your problem like crazy, like it's mine. Right there. If it starts today, we end it. if you are somebody who you have parents who abuse you, we are going there to fight each other. I'm moving your bag out. I will meet you on the street today. You tell me you are homeless. I'm coming home with you.
I should have met you when I was a teenager.
I'm the type, like in the UK, I don't know you before. You just told me, oh, I don't have a place to go. I will ask you to sleep and wake up. It's not a problem. I don't know you before. I'll move you in. I don't have that issue. But there's something I learned over time. When you are kind, you have to guard your environment. Kindness is not to one person. Kindness is to all. Being kind to your family member is not being kind to other people. Do you understand me?
Definitely.
Being kind for me is supposed to be for every human race. It's not. I can go on my walk. I walk every night to go and walk, and I meet a random person that say, "Oh, excuse me, I don't have oyster." If I don't have money, I'll tell you, let me have your account number, and I will start walking so that you don't have to say thank you. Because if you ask for oyster, the problem is deeper than that. What about tomorrow that you are going to work? So that's how I see life. So being kind is not a problem for me. But all I'm saying is, and another thing I realize is this: it took me over a decade to realize that we see life from different lenses. So if you tell me now that I've not eaten, I will not give you money because I don't eat chicken and chips and I don't eat out. If I'm cooking a full pot. Okay, I have an incident that happened. When I cook, I don't like fridge food. I love my food fresh and done. And the box of prawns. So if I want to cook and I do seafood, I can spend what? I'm talking about 2014, 2013. I can spend £120 to make a soup. I live by myself. So when I finish cooking it, because I don't want to eat it as a fridge food, I would dish for all my friends. They were calling me wasteful. God, I beg. I didn't see it as being wasteful. I grew up in a home whereby there's a way we eat in my house. And that is and I thought that is the way all of us eat in our house. And I will dish for everybody thinking that is the way we are. When I'm at work and you are there, if I'm ordering food and we are 10, I will order for the 10 of us. I didn't know I was wasteful. I was just, the Bible says I should do unto others as I do myself. Now, that's how I see life. That's the lens I see life from. Life taught me that is not, if a client come to me now and tell me there's no food in the house, I will follow you to the market, do shopping, pay, and tell you, pick what you want. 10 kg of rice, I don't care about it because as far as I'm concerned, it's a sown seed for the future. But life is not like that. It got to a point whereby people started thinking, you're stupid. I'm not. Has my life been blessed? Yes. Have I lacked anything good? No. Have I been able to achieve things I could not afford? Yes. Has favors spoken for me in different ways? Yes. I'm only saying, as you do your kindness, let your moderation be known to all men. So that's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Thank you for that. It's very profound and I love the angle to which you're coming from. And as I always say, look, FunmiRoyal, I don't have all the answers. Which answer do I have? Because we have to be objective in as much as the word itself is a good word, is kind. You know, there's a limit to everything we do. There has to be that moderation you talked about. Otherwise, we get into trouble quickly as well. And for us, you know, some of us that are believers, sometimes you have to check your spirit because you feel, they need to just rush in and save the day just to make sure this person is not troubled. But something is telling you don't. That is when we're talking about kindness on a different level. Imagine, I don't know, somebody was sharing this, that there's a particular place, I think maybe it's on their way home, they see some kind of homeless people on the way or people who are stranded. So they always will stop to do shopping in a shop close by, but these people are always hanging about. And then she'll give them money. And you can tell from perceiving that these people, they do the D word and all of those kind of things as well as, you know. So she now thought, should I give this person money or should I buy food? Because they look hungry. If I give them money, they might go and buy the thing. And what happens at the end of the day, she said, you know what, because she was in a hurry, let's just give them money. At least they're grown up, they will sort themselves. And then after a while, this person came back. There's a particular one she kind of paid attention to. And all of a sudden, she wasn't seeing this person, that homeless person. And then she asked around, what about this person? Like, you know, he's always here. And they said, oh, he passed. And then she was so scared. What happened? They OD. And then in her mind, she just thought, hey, could it be the money I gave them that they went to use that to did that? She was feeling bad. For her, that was her own check. She said ever since then, if she doesn't feel right in her spirit, she will not. You have an experience of this. Oh, Hadassah, you did. So she felt so bad. Whether it was her money that the person used to do that, we don't know till today. But it was for her a caution. In as much as you want to help, it's a good thing to help, but then you need to be sure that that help you're rendering is really act of kindness. It's not something that would even turn to be sour eventually. So there are deep level of this kindness we're talking about, really. If you go beyond the surface level, these things affect lives, whether positively or negatively. So thank you, Adasa, for bringing that perspective to you. Thank you.
Hotess, I just want to add something to that because I have experience on that as well. Not in terms of homelessness.
Minister Sarah, thank you for joining us. I'm going to come to you in a minute. Thank you. Yeah.
And yes, one of the things, and I learned this firsthand, and I also had some training with it. It was, so in our previous church, this is years ago, we used to do evangelism on the street. And because I had some training with working with homeless people, I would tell them, apart from feeding them, don't bother giving them a place to live. And they'd be like, are you serious? I said, don't. That's not how it works. It's not a straightforward thing. And my wife would be like, but it's freezing cold. I said, let me tell you, they are homeless, but it's not just the physical act of giving them a place to live. That some of them, it's a lot more than what it is.
Oh, of course.
And I had to share her a life experience of where a church, this was a church that was in our local area, and they were working with homeless people. And I said, they haven't done the training. And there was a particular guy, one of them, my very close friend at the time, he went all out to get him social housing, get him a place to live. And I told this guy is not on the street just because he doesn't have a place. There's other things at play. There are other mental health issues, and it's not just this thing. This guy, they got him a place, got him prepped up, got him to train for a job. This thing lasted for about a month. One day, the guy told my friend, I don't even want to live in this place anyway. I'm not even free here. I'm stuck in these four walls of this place. I need to be free. I need to get back. And my friend was like, but it's warm, it's nice. And the guy said, no, I need to be back on the street. I got people I need to be doing stuff with. And my friend, for the life of him, could not believe it. I said, no, I told you that it's more than just helping them get a place to live. There are other things at play. Yeah. And so when I talk about kindness, kindness does not mean that people lose their sense of wisdom, it's not that. We still need wisdom. We still need discernment. But kindness is an attitude, it's a spirit. But it also is not a standalone. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a standalone attitude. It also comes with other factors as well. And part of that is understanding the situations that we are facing, So it's not. So that's what I'm saying. That when it comes to homelessness, now today, my wife, when she sees a homeless person, she does not just feel, oh, they need to. She said, no, it's not as simple as that. If they need something, if we feel okay, they want some food. In fact, we've actually done one where we've actually taken to a cafe, sat down, had a meal with them, talked with them. Yeah. There was one or two situations where we actually talked with the person, and then go on our business. And they were happy for that. They did, So it's important to understand how the dynamics of when we're operating in this thing. But kindness is not a standalone space. Although I would say it needs to become a culture that needs to return back because we are losing more and more of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Something, please. I think where I learned my lesson was twice. The first one happened in 2012. The second one happened in 2013. So I think I was rushing for an interview in the morning and I met my African brother. It was Igbo. And as I was saying it was just begging people for money. Please, I need to go. And I opened my purse and I gave him, because I've been there. I've been where I'm stranded, Yeah. And I handed him the £50. And the next day I saw him at the same spot, doing the same thing. So it clicked in my head that this is a business. Do you know that was 2012? Now, I saw him 2 months ago. This is after 13 years. Now he's older with gray on his head and he's still doing the same thing. I look at him and I smile. And I said in my mind, the word of God is continuous and is forever. Amen. Now that's one. The second one was in 2013. I finished work at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm a fashion designer and was going back home. As I stepped out of my place of work, as I crossed, I saw this guy. He said, I'm sorry, I couldn't afford my rent. My landlord is going to throw me out. Please, I need help. And the way he was talking, and I have a rule. So when I finish making my money, I believe in tithes. I pay my tithe and I do my free will offering. My rule is the money I make does not, so this is my motto. The money you make does not belong to you. Everything you have belongs to God, and whoever asks of it or whoever God sent to you, give them. It's easy for me to give back. I don't have a problem. As this guy was explaining the situation, I looked at him and I said to him, how much is the balance for your rent? He said 220. I went to the cash point. I took out the money and I gave it to him. Next day, 2:30 a.m. I was going home. This guy came back to me and told me the same story.
Oh, goodness.
I looked at him and I said to him, this is 2013. I gave you 220 yesterday. You crossed to the other side.
Wow.
It's not a matter of being proud. I have a rule and a strong belief in my life.
And it's worked.
It works. See, I used to say to people, when people say things like UK is hard, maybe for you. God has been faithful to me. When things were tough for me and when I hit, the first thing I said to Debbie when we hit a bad rock, a rock bottom in business and we lost everything. And I was able to ask for help. I said to her, I am healthy. The fact that I'm not too proud to ask for help is a sign that I am healthy in my mind and in my thinking. I called a friend in less than 1 minute and I said to her, I have a situation. We need to pay some money. And she said, okay, how much do you need? I told her 20 grand. She's like, give me 10 minutes. And that money got into my account. 10 minutes. Wow. In 2 days, we were able to raise over 40 grand. In 2 days, cash paid. So when I say kindness is an investment to God, then there's something about kindness that people don't talk about. Kindness heals you. That is used to show the kindness. It lifts your self-esteem. Yeah. It lifts your let's go deeper because I'm a beneficiary of kindness.
Yeah, it does.
And I used to say to people, the Bible says, whatsoever thou findest to do good, do it. If your neighbor asks you for something today, this is the word of God. Don't tell him to come back. Do it right there. And I also say something. To ask for help is difficult. That I have a slogan. How much is it? When you call me for your problem, I don't want the story because it's not easy for me. When I know that story, it kills our relationship. I just tell you, how much do you need? Let's keep it going. So I'm not saying don't do kindness, but be careful. Yeah. Be careful because it also opens you up to the wrong people. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your engagements in the chat. Let's keep it going. Thank you so much for all your contributions. Thank you, Adansa. Thank you, Leslie. I'm coming to Minister Sarah. I mean, I'm sure the much you've heard, you know what we're talking about today, kindness. And I asked the question, do you think the act of kindness is fading away in our world today? Or do you think it's growing some more and all of that? Oh, thank you, Leslie. So, Minister Sarah, let's hear your perspective about this word kindness. Are we still experiencing kindness today? Or people have been burnt and hurt so many times they don't want to, be kind anymore? Minister Sarah, let's hear you. Thank you to those who are tapping. Yeah, we can, but you're muted. Oh, who just spoke?
Okay, my internet was dropping in and out, so I came to the base in my living room.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So you were talking about, like you said, whether it's still prevalent or whether persons have, done away with it or not. I think that it is still prevalent. I think that just as some of the other persons had mentioned, some people now, because with this society, a lot of people are becoming selfish, not selfless. And with that being said, if you're not careful as a giver, if you're not careful with your kindness, it could be taken for granted. And I think that because we are in a gimme world, everybody wants to have things, and then the expense of stuff. It's not that they don't really want to give, I think, but I think that because things have become so much more expensive, and like I said, for some people, they have become selfish. They want to gain this and have that and have the next thing, so they withhold from that. But to say that it has been eradicated or it isn't prevalent, no, I think that it is. It's just that there is mostly a handful of people, but the majority of persons are those grabbers. So what I wanted to add to what I said was, just like the lady said, given I've always felt like kindness has its rewards. And it's biblical. It says, once you give, it will be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Not only that, and that doesn't only refer to tithes and offering, because we know that sometimes the churches can overrate that because they have become lovers of the money tree. But what it is, it's a rule of law. Once you give to the earth, it gives back to you. And people who are kind, people who are givers, just like she said, in my experience with people that I know are givers and stuff like that, or kind-hearted people normally say, well, you're foolish, you will never have anything. But if you really look at their lives, they are never in want of anything, because that's just the laws of life. And I think that if you are, whether you're a Christian or not, just like a tree that is planted by the rivers of water, you're going to bear the fruits. And like I always tell people, a tree is just one little seed, but it grows into, it comes from one little seed, but it grows into a big, humongous tree that has many, many seeds. So you have to remember that even if your kindness is taken advantage of, that small little gesture, that small little kindness, that small little word of affirmation, stirring up someone's spirit, uplifting someone, thinking well of them when they don't even think well of themselves, all of that plays a role. And like I like to tell people, you don't give in order to respect from that person, because sometimes the people that you give, just like the person said, I gave to a homeless man, that homeless man cannot repay you. So if you gave in order to receive back from him, that you'll be waiting forever. There are some instances where things like that happen and people bounce back from their dilemma and can come back and thank you or reward you and say, something, I know you don't want to take this, but, you might not remember me, but I came to your house one time ago and you took me in, or took me and my kids in, and I really appreciate that, and I remembered you, and here's the token. But that is far and in between, because normally the persons that you help cannot help you. But guess what? There's going to be a time when you're in need, just like the lady said, when God is going to provide I call them destiny helpers. The destiny helpers that are going to lay down the foundation or give you the things that you need. And I've seen it over and over again. And like the Bible says, if God have to send a raven, trust me, you are going to be blessed. He has a way of taking care of his own. And even for those who aren't saved, I'm sure that they've seen people who have been blessed and highly favored. And no matter how people try to crush them, break them, destroy them, steal from them, whatever, it's always replenished, and it's replenished in abundance. So that's my 5 cents, and I'll end with that.
Thank you. As Minister Sarah was speaking, thank you so much for your contribution. I was just remembering some 20-something odd years ago. I remembered when a newly came to UK, I was pregnant, we're living with a relative at the time. And after a while, my husband came and joined, and they were okay for us to live there. And then one day we were coming back from church. I had my baby, and we're coming back from church, and they wanted to enter the house. They had changed the lock, and I could hear that they were inside. They were banging, like, open the door, and they just increased the volume, whether it was TV or radio or whatever. And I'm like, what's going on? Even if you don't want us to live here anymore, I mean, let's talk about this. I would have made adequate preparation to leave, because then, we're just trying to find our feet and all of that. And that night, we finished work, we picked the boy from the minder, and we were going home. And it was, I think it was my anniversary, or a day to my anniversary. We were not expecting that at all. And I now remembered a relative who had stayed with this particular relative, who told us that, look, best be careful. This person, one night, they just threw me out. I said, no, they can't do that. Me, I'm so close. At the end of the day, that happened. That was our reality that night. And we were stranded. I'm like, oh my God, with a child in the prom, what are we going to do? And we went to all this Airbnb or B&B or whatever then. They were all fully booked, come and see me with my husband pushing through a prom, and I'm like, what kind of a thing is this? Even if you want to chalk us out, just let's talk about it. We would have prepared and all of that. Nowhere. And then we went from one station to another. Here in this UK, everyone was just full. I'm like, what are we going to do? We sat and looking at each other like, is this real or we're dreaming, And then whether it was him that thought of it or me, I said, are you sure we'll not go back to the minder place? Because that was the only place, or we'll have to go and sit in the pub till morning with this child. So we just said, let's just go back to the minder. And we went back to the child minder. And she said, did we forget something? We looked at each other. In fact, I think I was in tears already. And then we just narrated our story. This person is relative, this and that. He said, just come in. This is how these London people behave. And then they asked us to come in. We had to stay in my child minder, in their sitting room for a couple of days because it was just unexpected. We were thrown. And I'm like, these people, the only thing is, I can't remember how we got to them, for them looking after our son so that we could go to work and all. And I'm like, we don't know these people from Adam. They allowed us in. What if, maybe for the sake of the child, I don't know. Because obviously it was cold. It was February. It was still a bit cold, kind of. And these people took us in. So we had to go to work. They said, don't worry. She's the one looking after the baby. We left the child, the next day, and quickly went to work because we had to make money. And then we said we'll try and get a place, and then we'll come and get the boy, so they should give us time, blah blah. So don't worry, and if you can't get any place, come back. In fact, me and my husband were like, seriously, these people can be this nice? And the only thing that brought us together is them being my childminder and whatever. In fact, the husband even came of this childminder and said, don't worry, relax. And for me, thinking back to this people, to be honest, I still remember a bit of how the man or they look like, but they were a bit elderly, I remember. So whether they're still alive now, I don't know. Somewhere in North London, really. Why am I sharing this? These people, imagine, we're supposed to be paying them for looking after our child. And that happened, and they took us in. They didn't say, no, you people have money. It was that bad. And then, it threw a lot of things for us. We were in that for our anniversary that year. I think it was our first or second year anniversary. And it brought tears to me, like, this person that I know, this person you've done everything for, they're supposed to be relative, you're supposed to be enjoying. And I mean, they are showing the act of kindness. Thank God they took us in. But why would they turn it to be something sour? And I remembered years after, we had the similar thing as well. Or was it before? Actually, it was before we came to London. Yeah, we were newlyweds. We had a 3-bed back in Nigeria before we traveled. And there's this brother in church that he had issues. He was thrown out of his house, blah, blah, blah. He was out of work. Oh my goodness. As I'm talking now, some things are coming to mind. And we were newlyweds. That was before I even got pregnant and went to UK or came to UK. And we just said, well, it's a church person, we have these 3 bed. Me and my husband sleep in one, 2 rooms are empty. So let's just take them at least to get on their feet and all of that. And then he came, and this person, it was act of kindness. And after that, this person was asking for too much. Because it was not working, my husband will go to work, I will go to work. When I come back and I want to cook, say, are you making? He will now say the food that he wants to eat. And I'll be like, okay, well, even me, I'm still thinking water, but I didn't think much of it. I will make the food. And the funny bit that really upsets me the most, there's a particular side of the table, the dining, that my husband will sit and I'll serve his food. This guy will leave the one I served him. He will now go and sit where my husband will sit and eat. And my husband's food, you dish your husband's food separately. This guy will just start eating. And I'll be looking like, seriously, who is my husband? Who is the lodger now? I don't even know. And that happened. And then after a while, we found out that this person was taking advantage. They were not looking for work. They didn't want to leave. Free food, free house, free everything. It got to a point that we sat him down and said, you know what? We're newlyweds. We can't keep doing this. We only said for a moment. And please, you're not telling us what you're doing, what the plan and all. He now said, don't worry, he's on it. Before you know, he spent a month, 2 months, or I can't remember, he was there. It was so bad that we had to now go to church and say, look, this person has become a thorn in our flesh. We need him out of our house because it was just too much. He would tell me, you haven't cooked this food today or so. I'm like, even my husband was not stressing my life this much, And at the end of the day, the pastor had to call us down. And that was the day they took somebody to come and pack his stuff out of our house. And that was before I now traveled to UK and I had that ordeal with a family. So imagine, and these people that I didn't know took me in, but we didn't take advantage. What am I trying to say? This thing is like seed, and it's like a circle going round. You sow here, you reap here, you reap here, you sow there. It works, honestly. I can't begin to remember. I don't know why I went there when Mr. Sarah was talking. And then it was even that guy that I remember that, hey, act of kindness, you have to be careful. Even the pastor blamed us. Said, why didn't you come to the church when we wanted to do that? We would have told you this, or would have advised this, or the church would be in the knowledge. I mean, we're still growing. I remember 26, 27 years ago that happened. So what am I saying? It's a good thing, act of kindness, because it will always come back. No matter what, if it doesn't come back to you, it come back to your relative, your children, or it will come back somehow. So whether we've been beaten, we've been hurt, and all of that is, I guess, is part of it. And sometimes some things will check you. If you're the type that, just like Adasa said, one guy to approach me at train station, immediately he spoke, my spirit just said, no, Funmi, do not listen. I was moved. I'm like, hey, look at him. Hey, guess what? The next day or 2 days after I passed the same station, he didn't know he had approached me. He came back, he was telling the same. I said, this guy must be a 419. He must be a fraud. Yeah, Debbie, you can say something. Thank you. At least I've gone around everyone. So let's add a few bits before we round off for today. Go on, Debbie.
Okay. You see, when it comes to the homeless people, I believe some of them is their job. So I won't want to go into it. Everybody have their own share of the experience.
No, Debbie, you're saying the truth. You're saying the truth. It is their job.
Everybody have their own share of experience.
My goodness.
It's their job. It's what they do for a living. Okay. So you said something. You said when you are kind, if you didn't get it back, your children will get it back. You are right. If you are doing it according to God's plan, you are supposed to get it back. No matter what, the earth will pay you. I can say something that for everywhere my mother sowed seed of kindness, we didn't get it back. She didn't get it back. But God paid us back. I can say since I've been in this country, I've been in homeless situation, but I've not been homeless to the extent that I don't have anywhere to sleep. Now, when it comes to kindness, I used to think I'm a good person, that I extend kindness to people until I met Adasa. Now, when I met Adasa, we met as a friend. It was when we were discussing where we are from that we realize that we are cousins.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you, when we met, I was broken from a relationship, as in a relationship with a friend where I was buying Pampers, buying baby milk. What's this baby milk? Then after meal,
After
it
me.
was very expensive. I never drink milk for myself, but I'll buy for this friend and everything. I'll buy Pampers. You actually think I have a child, but I don't see it as anything. I believe we are all having issue. Everybody will be fine and so on. But if this friend meets any other friends, she will tell you a story of me that if you ask me about the story, I'm a participant. I don't know about the story myself.
Really?
Yes. I'm not joking, no. If I meet a guy and I introduce him to her, she will sit them down and tell them, this Debbie, this and that, Debbie, those kind of thing. And
Is it good Debbie or bad Debbie she's saying
in
now?
a very bad way,
Wow.
horrible way,
Wow.
that at the end of the day, these people will be questioning that, wait, this is different from the person I know. Now, these people don't tell me immediately. It will be maybe after a year or two that they'll be like, wait, I know our relationship didn't work, but please, if you are still friends with this person, you need to detach yourself, because this is what she said, this is what she said, this is what she said about you.
Wow.
Is that bad? So I was still coming out of that when I met Adasa. And then, when Adasa will buy food for everybody, yeah,
Yeah.
and then our own food, maybe she's still working, so she's keeping her food to finish work. These people will finish, they will keep the food she bought for them. They won't eat it. They will not put hand in her own food. I thought it was just happening to me until one day I said to her, because I was coming from a place of somebody just hurt me. So I still have that hunger in me, like, how could I be so stupid? See, me, I don't blame outsider if anything happened to me. I look at Debbie and I sit Debbie down, I face the mirror and I say to Debbie, you were stupid. Because if you are discerning enough, if you are open-minded enough, you'll be able to see that this person is not genuinely with you.
For the likes.
Do you understand? So I was still blaming myself for that. I didn't blame what the lady did. I didn't blame her, because I believe I put myself in that situation. I believe I could be kind. When you took somebody's child like your own. But that's why I said earlier that you can be kind to people, but do it from afar if they start hurting you. If there's a reason for you to show them kindness, but don't do it to the extent that it will now affect you. That relationship really affects me to the extent that I know the people that stayed with me, the friend that stayed with me till now, is because they know me and they are genuine. Do you understand? So when you see that's one, it's grade 1. My own is still learning work where she is. Adasa, sorry, but it's true. My kindness is learning work where Adasa's one is.
Wow.
Adasa don't mind what not to give. Because I had to tell her, see, you need to stop. I know it's good to be kind. It's good. You see, you know when you have to say to adults, stop coming to this shop. I have to tell those people, stop coming to this shop. Till date, everybody will say I'm the one that chased them from Adasa. But it's fine.
Yeah, because you could see they were taking advantage.
Lady for me, people their other friend will have problem. They will now bring it to Adasa. Now, because me and Adasa are close now, when Adasa carry it for head, me I will carry it on shoulder. He got to his house, I know Adasa, this cannot be happening. They cannot be using 2 heads. Human being can be so cruel. They don't care how you feel. or what comes out of it, they just want to get from you. They want to drain you. Kindness is good. I know that all those seed of kindness pay at the end of the day, but let's learn to guard ourselves. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's learn to guard ourselves, because human being, human being, human being.
Hey, thanks. Sometimes I know.
This homelessness matter you spoke about. You see me and Alasa laughed in the comment section.
That one, in fact, it hits me. It hits me hard. Imagine, that second day, I remember we had to push buggy. We went somewhere to sit down just to have fish and chips for our anniversary. I think it was second year anniversary. You can imagine. So there's a whole lot to say in there. But at the end of the day, God came through for us. In fact, we got places eventually, and life went on. And this thing, this person was a relative, and they were like, evil that you cannot avoid kind of a thing. But it really put a wedge in the relationship, because I was even trying to reach out. Even imagine, we wanted to pack our stuff eventually. After work, we chatted, okay, when are you available? At least we'll come and pack our stuff. And they gave us a date. We got there. Guess what? All our things were outside. I'm telling you, everything was outside in black bin bag. I cried though. I said, what is it? But even if we offended or we did something,
What?
till today, I can never understand. I can never, I said, thank you. At least everything, we thought maybe there would be something. They packed everything and threw it out. So when we got there, we knew they were inside, but of course they changed the lock, and we just packed our stuff and went, and the relationship did not come to settle until maybe 8 or 9 years after. I'm telling you, it was that bad, because like I said, they're relatives. Whichever way, they will forever be your relative. And then we now sat down one time. I remember we met in Victoria Station and talked about things, but I still could not understand. They felt they needed to push us out to go and sort ourselves. I'm like, we could have handled things a better way, because till tomorrow, then I felt maybe we did something. And I mean, even if we did, tell us so we can apologize and, settle things. I mean, it would have been nice to say, dear relative, we found a place, we're moving. Thank you for, all of that. Go to dinner, just say thank you and all. But the way it happened, honestly, well, thank God, it's part of experience, I guess. They always try to justify that. I guess so. For me, I remembered my other cousin who said they did exactly the same thing for no reason. I'm like, okay. But I just felt no, they can't do that. But it did happen. But thank God,
You are.
so regardless, it hurts. It's bittersweet, this kindness, people's experiences and all. But just like Leslie said, and quite a number of us said, if it's your way of life, you will not mind, because in everything we do, we win some, we lose some. That shouldn't change who we are. Since then, people have come and gone from my house. Some have had headaches, like, hey, if we don't do this, they just take over your house because you're harboring. I've been there, done that, so to say. So, but would that stop me if I see someone in help and I feel in my spirit to help this person? Of course I will. Whether they're the one that'll pay me back or somebody else will pay, is God. Me, I do this as unto God, because it's God that is the sweetest rewarder. I'm telling you. Can I say something? Yeah, please feel free, because we're rounding up soon. Thank you all so much for your contribution. Oh, I see Royal. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I nearly missed you. So Adasa, say what you want to say, and I'll come to Royal. Let me see your full name. Royal daughter.
I think when it comes to some kindness, there must be rules set from the beginning. As I am, if you are homeless and I'm married, I will rent a place for you outside and pay 2 months. I will not bring you into my home. There's nothing you want to tell me. If I'm bringing you into my home, from the entrance, I will say to you, I'm helping you for 2 months. This is a note. Can you sign here? Because exactly 2 months, I will send you out. Deb knows I have some rules when it comes to some kindness, because bringing people into your home It's deeper than you think. When there's children involved, you are opening your children's life to a total stranger, somebody that you don't know the rules of which they got their life, their belief, their integrity. I know it's kindness, but the risk is too high. Do you understand me? So I'm the type of person now, based on what life have taught me, from the entrance, if I meet you now, you tell me all the situation, I will say to you, if I'm married, I will rent a place for you for 2 months, and that's about it. Sort yourself up within the 2 months, and after that, I know I've done my best. I won't bring you into my home or tell my children to leave the bed for you or make my daughters vulnerable. If a lot of abuses happened just because our parents are trying to be kind. Let's put that aside. When it comes to borrowing money, I know people will say things like, "Oh, if I can't give you the money, I can't borrow you." There are some money that giving them is not the option. They need you to properly borrow them. I am the type that call a lawyer and draw a plan, letting you know that prison will be our end game. It's me. That's I do. Yeah. I'm the. It's true because it's true. It's true. And I always say something to Debbie from the beginning. Before we start having an issue, I lay down my plan clearly. The one I give you is different from the one I borrow you. Because when we judge people, we judge them based on our integrity, not based on them. So I think no matter how kind you are, if it will cause you a harm or for the Bible says if you stand shorty for your friend, they should take your cover cloth. I read proverb like the back of my hands. If you will stand shorty for a debtor, the Bible says they should collect your cover cloth. It didn't say they should go to the debtor. There are some things that biblically we are not supposed to do. Even the Bible did not recommend us to do it as kindness, but we do it. That's why I say when we talk about kindness, it does something to your soul. Some people do kindness because it makes them feel good. It's not because they just do it. It lifts your soul. Do you understand me? So I'm saying no matter how you want to do this thing, don't expose your children, opening your door. You went to bed because you know you won't touch other people's children, but you brought in a prey into your home just because you are helping. They are sneaking into the bedroom door, looking through the keyhole. Your child knows, but you've carried them so high that they can't even come to you to discuss it. It's deeper than you think. I used to say, if once you start living in my house, you will pray in the morning. You can't have boyfriend. You don't sleep. You don't bring all that shit into my home. You don't sleep around here. I must not. If once you sleep out at night, don't come to my home. I don't want to see contraceptive around you. So my lifestyle will end up pushing you out one way or the other. That's the kind of life I need. You hear me doing scoroboscan 4 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm here. You went to a boy's house. Stay there. Do you understand? So I think lay the rules down. Once it is an invasive kind of kindness, don't do what you will regret later. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adasa. Royal Daughters Couture, thank you so much for joining us today. Is it your first time on Insight?
Yeah, it's my first time. Good evening, everyone. I was just scrolling through TikTok, then I saw this. I'm like, oh, and I saw Adasa. I'm like, hey, see our own.
Okay, you know Adasa.
Of course, who wouldn't know Adasa if you're a fashion designer?
Oh wow.
Amazing. Thank you, everyone.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on Insight. We hope we'll see more of you here. Here we'll make it real and simple, and this is what we do here. So we really want to hear your views because, let's see the perspective you're going to bring in. I love the way we've opened it so wide so that everybody listening will know, be kind or be careful as well. So let's hear you, Royal Daughters.
Thank you very much. Actually, kindness, it's a very broad thing and at the same time, a little bit simple. Kindness is good. I would say I'm a beneficiary of kindness and I can't say I'm very kind, but then I show my own kindness. But one thing I want to say about kindness is one should have a discerning spirit.
Yeah.
Because people tend to take kindness for granted. It's like, though, just like Adasa said, some people and some other people in the group on the stuff said that they met people, they'll say, oh, I'm homeless, I'm this, I'm that. Everyone have had a share of that. There was a day I was coming back from work. It's not as if I had so much money. And at the bus stop, A guy said, "Oh, I don't have any money. I'm going to Warrington, and it's job
Oh.
transport and everything." I'm like, "Okay." And then like, I said, "I don't have cash, but I'll transfer some money to you." Sincerely, I didn't even have money. I was even working with agency then. When I transferred how much to him, when he told me he had an account number and everything, I said, okay, no problem. I transferred the money. Then later, I'm like, someone that just got into UK 3 weeks ago. You already have NI, you already have any everything. He was even say, I was like, okay. I think I asked him some question. I can't even remember. But later, when you send someone's money, their details will be on your this thing, like,
To send it,
yeah.
yeah.
So I went on the Facebook to search for that name, and I realized this guy has been in UK for over 3 years.
Wow.
I'm like, what? I said, well, anyway, where there's the Holy Spirit will always tell you somehow, but you're just being adamant.
Oh, because sentiment, you put sentiment to it.
Exactly. So there was this thing within me that said this guy, and I said, this guy is lying, but I would just give him. Then when I got home, I told my husband, I described the guy. And unfortunately for him, my husband met him on the road one of them. I said, I met your friend. He's still begging for money at the bus station.
That is the person's 9 to 5, oh.
Oh God, people
My
are just
goodness.
like that. People are just like that. So they will disappoint you the way. But what I would say is be good. You never can tell the one that will pay.
Yeah.
It necessarily may not be that person that will pay you back,
Yeah.
but someone else will pay you back. It may not be in the same fold, it may be in another way. I remember a situation that happened. I didn't even know. I think when we just came to the UK, and coming through school route is quite expensive. Like, you spend everything. And that period, I didn't even want to ask my husband for money, and I was back in Nigeria, and all money was almost gone and everything. So I needed money. And there was this friend of mine that's like a sister. She knows that money is minor to me. But at that point, I didn't have it. I just went to her that I'm like, I need this money. She said, how much? How much? I said, 300,000 naira. She just gave me her ATM card.
Oh.
I went straight to the ham. I was surprised. I was just looking at her like, are you for real? She said, yes, go on. Go to the ATM card, go to the ATM machine. Blah, blah. I said, I won't be able to withdraw that amount of money. He said, go and do transfer. I got that money. I was still surprised. Like, I couldn't believe it. And she was the one that reminded, she said, when I had my second baby, then I used to have this provision store wholesales in drinks. She said on her name that they didn't have drinks, that I brought drinks for free. To be sincere, I didn't remember.
Wow.
I didn't remember any of that. I said, I can't remember. She said, oh, you can't remember, but I remember.
Can you imagine?
And you didn't collect money. You brought it on the day of naming, and I'm like, me, Roti. So some things you do it, and even the ones that pay you back with evil, they will reap it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They
Somewhere,
will,
somehow.
they will reap it. And one thing I'll tell people is that so far your heart is clean, your heart is pure, and you trust God, you will always reap it. You will reap your good. No matter what anyone tries. I know people take these things for granted. I've had a friend that betrayed me. I said I was into a business, like an investment, and I just told her about it. Oh, I get this, that. This forestry then in Nigeria, forex. Then she was like, she wanted to do that. I said, you can contact the company directly and do. She said, no, I trust you and all of that. I said, okay, no problem. Bring it. She brought her money. I added it to mine, and I started giving her. It was an open stuff because the whole thing is on the internet. You can see the amount, the percentage. And when the company crashed, this girl, oh goodness, she dragged the hell out of me, not minding that the money I lost is even more than her own.
Wow.
She reported me to everyone, even people that I've not seen for like 80 years. We graduated from school then. She will call everyone. I'm like, I lost money. Okay, fine. I will refund you that money. But I don't even have now. There was no, even pastor. So yeah, you're talking of betrayal. Pastors that eat from you, that want that you feed, you give your money, you give everything. When they see a higher person paying them, they will turn their back against you.
Wow.
That's how terrible some people are. Like that lady dragged the hell out of me. I'm this kind of person. When it comes to friendship, I cherish it. When you're my friend, I feel you're my friend. It doesn't matter. My husband looked at me and said, "Why are you acting this way? You lost money. So much money, more than this girl. This girl's, how much was her money? I think her money was 600,000. Mine, I invested 600. Then I invested another 1 million. So mine was much more than her own. I had to pay this girl back. I just said, okay, don't worry. I paid her gradually. I just paid. I said, okay, I will give. She already earned 300 and something thousand naira without giving me recharge card. I didn't ask her. But then I paid her back the money. So I lost my money. I lost her own money. So people are like that. But till today, it's not as if she felt any remorse. Nothing. But then life goes on.
Yeah.
But I've seen favor higher than that.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
I've seen favor higher than that. So one thing I'll say is kindness it should be a way of life. We get it back, we don't get it back, we just go on. My mom will be like, everybody why I don't help, nobody help me back. I said, maybe they don't help you back, but me, I reap am, sha. So that's it. Your children will reap it. You understand? So God will bless your kids. God will bless the people around you to help you. And it will call strangers to help you. That you'll be surprised and you'll be like, what did I do to this person to deserve it? You didn't do anything, but you have sown a seed.
Yeah.
And you will reap it in due time. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. In fact, God has been good. You know, all of you, you're just bringing out some experiences of life, I'm telling you, where of course it's been bitter. I'm remembering the sweet as well. Strangers you don't know, they just come to say they want to help. And when that happens, it's like, I believe strongly in just helping. I really am not the one that would want help back. So when it comes back, I'm always a bit cautious, like, is this for real? Is this not for real? And then out of the blues, even Caucasian or whoever, God can use anybody to be a blessing back to you. I love everybody's story here. Honestly, I do. To thank you all. Remember, I shared here some time ago my book launch, the second one, when I was struggling. I didn't know my left from my right. All I know is God said, you have to do this. I did it. On the day of the book launch, the elevator of the hotel was not working, and me and my boss were dragging stuff up the stairs. This man just came and said, oh, can I help you? You know, he was Irish. I'm like, okay, we needed a help, so I could not even say, no, we're okay. He helped us there, and I entered the room, and he saw we're doing book launch. I said, oh, you're an author. I said, well, it's my second book. He said, I'm an author as well, and he shook my hand. Guess what this stranger did? He helped me set up my Amazon, my everything. I didn't know nothing about. He said, you have to write to the British, write to this person, do this. In fact, I even brought the wife in to edit my first book so that I can republish. I'm like, hey, why was it a book, an author that I met on the staircase, walking up? So God has his ways of repaying. And I can't begin to count the number of talents I helped even before I left Nigeria then, because I'm in this media thing, so to say. And I remember so many things. I said, so this is how God had planned to repay me. So guys, don't be weary in well-doing. Just like Adasa said, of course, we have to be cautious. Check your spirit. Because this thing is a way God has created us, because God is a kind God as well. So if we say we're not going to be kind, we're shortchanging ourselves. I'm telling you that. We get bitter, we get sweet experiences out of it, but let not change who you are. Be cautious, be safe, because there's some wolves out there. They will come crying like a sheep and you want to help, and then they will pound on you. So be careful as well. I don't know if anybody wants to add any more thing before we round off for tonight. Thank you all so much for the tapping. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything.
I think the only thing I will say is, may we also on a fertile ground.
Amen. Amen.
Because to be honest, Lady Royal said something that her mom said, or everybody she's been good to did not sow back. Yes, so a lot of us reap what our parents sows, but at the same time, sometimes it's good when you sow and you reap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can say, to be honest, my mom passed 2011, yeah, and then she have this friend. They used to be very close. Few years after, I traveled. Few months after, no, few days after, actually. Few years after, this friend's daughter came to this country. And then in 2016, the mother came to this country. It was very cold. You know, the excitement of I have another family here. I said, I will come and see her, blah, 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 blah. Little did I know that she didn't really want to see me. This is how I knew. And the way my mom carried this friend, you would think, even when there is issue in the house, she's the first person my mom will call on to. Now, throughout when my mom was sick, I didn't see them. I covered that one. I was like, maybe everybody is busy with their life. But when she got here, the daughter told me, no, mommy is here. I said, oh, I'll come and see her. On a Sunday afternoon, I said, oh, okay, we are all in this country. Sure, if you want to see somebody and the person wants you to come to the house, what will they do, please?
You tell them.
Are they not supposed to send you the address? Okay. This girl didn't send me the address. She said, and I quote, she said, she said, when I'm coming, I should let her know. I said, oh, that's fine. So when I was about to leave the house, it was freezing cold. It was February cold, that period.
This February issue. I think people are colder in February.
I already left the house. So she said, oh, I should come through Elephant and Castle, take the train. But where the Holy Spirit asked me, Debbie, are you okay? Are you stupid? Are you sane? Am I not in you? Are you not listening to me? I called her. You know, I was about continuing my journey, but for some reason, I stopped. And I called her. I was like, oh, I'm already on my way now. Can you send me the address? Let me know how to maneuver my journey. That way, once I come down from the station, I wouldn't have to call you. We don't know what network might do. She said, and I quote, when you get to the station, call me. And I am going to somewhere after East London. It's East London, but it's still after East London to me. You know when London is far.
Yeah.
She said when I get to the station, I should call her. I was like, So first, I was like, I don't think this person wants you to come, because what's there in sending address? I was like, imagine in this code, my bone. I just went back home. Okay, what makes me realize that the mother didn't want to see me is the fact that, let's say the daughter behaved that way. If you really want to see me and you cherish the friendship you had with my mom, it shouldn't end that way. And I'm telling you, from that day till now, I've not heard from her, nor the daughter. Now, this is where I am bad. When she gets to Nigeria and she speaks to my siblings, oh, how is Debbie? Do you guys hear from her? She don't even come to greet me. I didn't tell my siblings what happened, because I know we grew up together. So we had this close relationship. So I didn't want to spoil. I want everybody to experience it themselves. So when my sister was like, oh, Debbie, why don't you go? And I said, sister, if I tell you what happened, are you sure you people will still be friends? He said, what do you mean? I now told her. She said, it's a lie. She can't do it. I said, well, it's not the daughter that did it. I believe if the mom really wants to see me, if she really valued the friendship she had with my mom, we call her Mama. If she really valued the friendship she had with Mama, she would have scolded the daughter, took the phone from the daughter, spoke to me directly. She's the adult. I don't have issue with the daughter. So let's say the daughter didn't want me to come to her house, she would have found a way to see me.
Yeah.
I said, I know my mom was kind to see, you know, when somebody was kind, and to the extent that even you, the children, are saying to her, hello mama, she will sing come. I know.
This person brainwashed you.
No, I know. My mom, they were so close. So I know. You know, when you're saying, we always say to my mom, like, you too, you too soft, you too this, you too that. But at the end of the day, I'm fine. I didn't miss them. I'm just saying, sometimes even our parents, they sow on an infertile ground. It's just that God is so faithful in a way that He would not leave any of us stranded. I've never been stranded to the extent that in this country, no. Strangers have helped me. People I don't know, the people I know not, they have answered to me. And I know that is it's true, that Leslie. Because I'm like, if this friendship is not 5 years friendship, not 2 years friendship, not 10 years, it's deeper.
Yeah.
And why will you be faking the relationship with my siblings when you have other?
Is it not hard work to be faking it all those years? That's too much hard work.
That's where the thing is. You know, those ones. See, okay, my siblings can't really understand because they didn't feel it. I didn't tell all of them. I only told 2 of my other ones, and they were like, they can't even believe this thing happened, because the way she acts of you, the way she the way she make it look like you are the one that don't want to see her. You're the one that, I'm like, no. And I can say how I got to this country is through a stranger that I don't know.
Can you imagine?
If they are talking about kindness, I'm a beneficiary of God's kindness and human kindness.
Thank God.
But I am just saying, even as parents, when you want to sow, like Adasa said, we have to do it with the Spirit of God, with the Spirit of discernment, so that at the end of the day, may our children not be stranded with us believing that they have people. You know, some people will say, oh, don't worry, my friend will take. It's a lie, oh. Your friend will not do anything.
In fact, wow.
It's true, because sometimes we it's not that there are still some friends that will be there no matter what, but some will not be there. So if you want to be kind, please be kind, but don't do it in a way that will affect you, your family, your children, or anybody. Be kind to human, not because they are your friend, not because they are your family. Now those ones, they take advantage pass. But like I said, my prayer again, may we also on a fertile ground. Amen.
Thank you. Wow, thank you. I love the way we have really dealt with this topic today. Thank you so much for the.
I have one thing to say before we go. I have one more contribution. I've really enjoyed. I've enjoyed this testimonies. I've enjoyed the stories. I love the contributions today. I think there's a thread through it all. There's a thread, and I don't think it's an accident. The kind of friends and family we are surrounded with, especially the friends and the people that do certain things for us now. I don't think it's coincidence. You know, I don't believe it's a coincidence. I think it shows the kind of friends you have reflects your nature as a whole. I just wanted to say that that in terms of that spirit of kindness, you know, I love this statement that Hadassah came up with, saying that she's a beneficiary of kindness. You know, and I think it's true. You know, I look at even myself, even coming to the UK. The person that paid for our ticket was because my father did a favor for them, and he didn't actually. In fact, when he was doing it he wasn't even interested in the business. He wasn't interested in just because they were friends. The person and him, they had done something when they were much younger, and he just did it out of the kindness of his heart. He didn't even. Like, as far as it's concerned, I'm not even looking for something from this person in their family. I'm just doing it out of the kind of my heart because I can't do it. Not knowing that was the person that when I needed the flight ticket to come to the UK, I didn't want to come. I actually planned to go somewhere else. The Holy Spirit told me, no, you're coming to the UK. That person told my father, I want to buy not one, but two of your son's flight ticket to come to the UK. My dad said, why? And at that time, my father and I were at odds. We were like war. so that was the last thing I was expecting.
Wow.
And she said, even if you don't like your sons, I'm going to do this for your sons because of what you did for me. My father said, I don't care. If you buy them the ticket, that's your problem. I don't give a damn. Because he told me this years later. I don't give a damn. And this person went ahead and bought us tickets to come to the UK. Completely via just like she said, this is I want to do for you guys. Go and live your lives. So that for me, there's a whole lot of things when it comes to kindness, and I've never seen that person since then. I've only met them one time in my life, and that was one of the few friends of my dad that I only met once. I never saw that person again. You know, so there's a lot to when I'm saying that there's a spirit of kindness, an attitude of kindness. Sometimes, yes, we can get hurt, but I'll say that I'm in business, thank God. As a business person in the UK, I can say doing business, yeah, I'm on the other side, things, you know, we've built good network and connections, but when I started my business in UK, we lost money. I don't even want to come, but that was a process I had to go through. Because I wasn't, I didn't have family members here. I'm the only one starting the company from scratch. There's no like inherited money. There's no like daddy's money or I have a house. None of that from the scratch. So even with that, but in that same process of even losing money, I have met people in the same situation who helped me that didn't need to help me. They didn't owe me anything. They didn't. They weren't. In fact, helping me was more like a liability, and they still did. And to today, I don't know why. In fact, I met one of them the other day. And he said, "You know, I did it because I know you have what it takes to do that thing." So when I talk about kindness, I'm actually speaking from the spirit that there will like anything in life. Even God did kind things, and he didn't get it back from the people he did it for, but he still does it. He doesn't say, well, because the person did, he still does it because he knows that ultimately, in the end of the day, he's going to get more out of that thing. He's going to get more. Because it's a seed, and you will get a harvest, and that's what I'm trying to say. You will get a harvest, and even for the parents who have done such things, I really believe that maybe they don't know, but even their children getting on their behalf is a blessing as well, because it might not have been that way. So all I'm saying that ultimately, if you're doing it from a genuine heart, trust God with your kindness. Don't look to him. I'm telling you now, I might have said something that I don't look at people's faces now anymore. If God tells me to do something, I just do it, and it's between me and God. I don't look at their faces, because if you look at their faces, you will not do. You won't do. You won't do it. You won't bother. You know, and that's why I'm saying that. There was a particular friend that I gave hiatus from, and last year, like I said, out of the blue, this was almost like 2 years we've been apart for a while. Out of the blue, he just gave a generous gift, and we didn't expect it. So we never know. We never know. But even me, I know my children that are going to benefit, but I am also witnessing the harvest of those things. I'm seeing that, and I'm witnessing people who are doing similar things. You know, so I encourage people that don't let the culture. I ultimately believe that as believers, we should create a culture of kindness. We should create it, because just as the world has created a culture where people are selfish, we can also create intentionally a culture of kindness. We can, and not just giving things. It's also even the attitude of it as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that pretty sums it up. Thank you all so much. Leslie, God bless you. Debbie, thank you. A13, thank you. Our manager, our tapper. Gracias to you, A13. God bless you. In fact, it took us, all of us put together, 51.9k likes today. Thank you so much. Adasa, God bless you. Thank you for obliging me. Thank you for your act of kindness today. I really appreciate the fact that we're not squeezing you through Debbie's box to hear your your submissions today. So thank you so much. Royal, after today, you're no more a first timer, you're part of this community.
Yeah, she's welcome.
We hope to see more of you. And God bless you, Minister Sarah, for your contribution as well. And I love the fact that, we've really dissected it, and people listening on the FY page, you've picked something or many things, really. Know that kindness is not wasted. It's always like a seed planted and it will grow. And if you genuinely are showing it, honestly, that's why it's only God that can reward us. And for the people that makes us almost want to regret being kind, thank you. Thank you for teaching us wisdom. That's what I would say. Thank you for teaching us wisdom. And thank you all so much for a lovely night, a Monday night. I know there's work tomorrow, so we'll call it a night today. Thank you for all your submissions, the tappings, everything. I really, really appreciate everyone. I hope we have recovered from from Thursday's cake and you feel sorry for such. I know.
Because, where is my cake?
Yeah. Which cake?
Where is my cake? You still keep the. Wait, are you telling me that is still part of our balloon?
I know. I said let's do Monday celebration somewhat.
Oh wow!
Good. I wanted to remove it. I said, it's still good. And none of them popped since. I said, nobody touch my corner there.
Oh,
so
wow.
Thank you so much. You see us growing stronger by the day. And I'm so grateful to God for all of you. Because without you, I don't know, I may have lost a bit of hope or something. I don't know. But you guys makes it very impossible for me to say I'm not coming on, even when I feel tired. So thank you all so much. Love from myself to you. God bless you out of your busy schedule. You always come here. We'll talk life, help people. And I want to believe we'll help somebody out there. And to people who feel they've been hurt, they're no more kind, we hope you'll be able to find that act of kindness yet again. And know that it's only God that can reward you for every act of kindness. Even when men come, God have selected those men to come and reward you, so to say. So be kind is never wasted. Till I come your way again on Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time.
Are we not collecting offering?
We can now. I have a goal. I rarely talk about this goal. I always have a goal there. I remember what is there now.
I never check your goal.
So, the thing is, at least let's start building this thing well. So that when we come and support you, all the things you're not learning right, we would have known and come and do on your life as well. So the thing is, when you come to a life, you give heart me. Even if you don't want to do anything, give the heart me, as they say, because it helps the show, it helps the live, and it helps, in so many ways. I see all this popping from TikTok. So give a heart me is really appreciative. Help to tap when you're on a live, and always check the goals, what you can do. Even if it's one rose, at least it contributed to the goal for the day. So it's not too late. If you want to close for 11, but no, we will round off now. So you can just pick one of the goals you can. It's not compulsory. I don't want to. You can see the goal is up there on the board. Can you see it? So if you click on it, you will see what I want to achieve for today. Yeah, I rarely talk about it, but I think it's always there anyway. So yeah, it's the assignment that I'm more interested in, but I see people give and all of that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I don't think I take it for granted. I really appreciate you giving as well. Thank you all so much for your contribution. My prayer is that God will reward all of you for your act of kindness, for even showing up today. Leslie, they scared us, so we never thought the box would be this full. When maybe I finished my talk so early or what, because I was mindful of time. And then it was just me and Leslie. I'm like, hey, where's everybody? But at the end of the day...
Yeah, I was surprised when I came up and you already round up. I was like, huh? I came up around 8:45.
You never can tell. Sometimes it's a long talk. Sometimes it's short. Asaro is finished now. Why?
Mr. Leslie. You just finished preaching kindness now.
Hey, this is not kind. You show us a bowl. Share a bowl or something with us, or plates. If
just finish preaching kindness to us now. Why?
Why? We're not accepting that. Oh, so please give everybody one ice cream so that I'll be happy with you.
I don't Jenny, babe.
Oh, Johnny babes, we see. Let me see if I can bring you up. We're just about rounding up, really. Oh,
Mr. Leslie, don't do that, oh. Please,
no,
please,
I'm
please.
waiting.
Is it that you give me my sorrow by sending me a gift, or you send me my sorrow? Don't do that.
In fact, that's funny. We're waiting for the plate. Give us emoji plate of something now. How about?
No, I don't want emoji. I don't want
My
emoji plate. I don't want emoji plate. That's not fair. That's not fair.
It's better than nothing. Or something. It'll be like, oh, okay. Okay, Johnny babes, thank you so much for
I'm
coming.
trying my
That's not
best though.
fair.
I don't know how to do this one by FedEx, so but I'm even shocked that my boys, the way they wipe this thing. Hey, Lord.
So in other words, you're telling us it was so delicious. Because if not, they'll come and say, Daddy, come and take this your thing away. So
You know,
they
I
love
don't know how to
this.
share. I don't know how to share it with you people though, because I'm not sure there's everything left. But
Oh, it's been a while, Johnny baby. Good to see you.
this
we
is not
see.
nice. This is not nice.
No,
It's the
no.
fact that you even come by yourself to confess that it has finished.
You know, that's why I didn't speak early now. I had to be cooking. I was jumping, I was going to the kitchen.
You said it when we were about to close, so that oh no, that's not
Can you
nice.
imagine? This is Ojoro.
It was that we are about
Make
to
can forgive
close.
me?
Okay,
Can
oh.
you
We'll
discern me?
forgive you. So on Thursday you make it up to us.
Yes, by
Debbie, do
God's
we
grace,
want
I.
Asaro or we want to tell him what we want? In a way.
By now, I don't think the asaro will be fresh again, so I don't want some. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny,
Oh,
babe.
sorry, Johnny babes. May her soul rest in peace. Oh, may God comfort the whole family. Really, I can imagine. It was good to see you. Thank you so much. I hope you're good. Oh,
Sorry, Jenny, babe. The Lord is your strength.
it is well. It is well. God will comfort you on every side and your family, entire family as well. Yeah. Yes, rest our soul. So thank you all so much. Even though it's
I don't want asaro on Thursday. Oh.
what do we want? Let's tell our chef, sous chef. It's something you can prepare, otherwise you're on your own.
Considering the fact that even if we tell him now, he will just come and tell us and type it in the comment
No,
section.
no, no, no.
I
Uh-uh.
don't know
Let's
how to do
let's
it.
just ask, let's just ask for TikTok gifts. That's the only way.
Okay, we work that one
Okay.
out. Yes, we work that one
Let's
out.
not ask for the impossible, because at the end of the day, we will read it in the comment section.
Maybe I should bring a big goal so that because he denied us our sorrow today, we'll pay double.
You can do that one.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure coming here. I love the fact that we laugh to go to bed. We'll have good dreams. God helping us all. I wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of the week until we come again on Thursday by the grace of God. Keep being kind. Kindness is not wasted. And keep being you, but be careful. Let God guide you in all that you do. I'll see you all. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Thank you, Royal Daughters. Thank you, Minister Sarah, Johnny Babes, A13, Hadassah. Thank you, Debbie Gazim Gaga.
That's me.
Leslie, our sous chef. Where is Adegbenga today? Oh, Elder Debbie, where's your mate?
You sent cake to him. He's still having it.
I hear you. He will recover. Hopefully by Thursday, you should have recovered.
The last time I checked, you said you will send him the cake, or he said you will come to your area to get it. So
God help. If that cake was so sweet, I said, no.
don't do it. Don't do it. Oh,
Okay, okay.
don't don't
Okay, good
don't
night.
don't try it. Oh.
Don't worry. Like he said, like Elder Adegbenga said, maybe the second year anniversary, we're going to be together and everybody will partake of that. God sparing all our lives. Thank you, Pastor. Oh, Pastor, you're just coming back. I see you just left. Pastor Eliagu, I think. I don't want to say the wrong name. I saw you. Thank you so much to everyone that has stopped by. God bless you. Please follow one another. I always say that, follow one another. God bless you. Thank you so much for the gift, the tap-ins yet again. 55.4. We did it today. Well done. Thank you so much.
813 and royal design picture.
No, thank you
Yeah,
so
I see
much.
their
Thank
hand.
you. Have a lovely night rest. Enjoy the Easter break if you have one, and if you're still
Easter break.
working.
Wait, when is Easter break?
My one have started already, so maybe
Royal,
that's why.
royal daughter, have you started Easter break?
Easter started. Easter, in UK, the schools are on holidays now for
I
2 weeks.
know.
So yay. Yay, yay, yay. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night rest. Good night, everybody. God bless you.
Lovely night rest.
Thank you. Thank you. Debbie, thank you. Hadassah, thank you. 813. God bless you. Thank you. Yes, so enjoy, Leslie, with the children. Happy Easter holidays. Thank you, Royal Daughters. God bless you. Thank you, Minister Sarah. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful night, everybody.